There's some music. Let me get you. There's a tournament code for you.
Yeah.
Let's see if they have a spot. If not, this will be really awkward.
Yeah.
There's a spot. Okay, all of Rodham is here, and only 2 other people. Here you go. I'm gonna grab Harvest. I that won't need them, but just in case. There they are. This music's quiet. Turn it up. Okay. Announce the stream.
Do we have a link for draft?
I don't see one yet.
Okay.
It'll probably just be in stream chat. They have a player named G2esports.com. Okay.
Love it. Love it. I forgot that the LCS started today.
Yeah, I saw some tweets about it, like right before I left work, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Just came home and watched FlyQuest win, and that's as much as I've got.
All right. I saw one tweet that was like, Jensen's back, baby, and I was like, I hope that's a good thing and this isn't sarcastic.
No, they got smashed, as far as my understanding, by EG, but they also didn't have their players, because Berserker lost his passport, and Sven had his passport lost by the US government, so...
Yay.
Yay. So, naturally, EG Joe Biden is now a thing.
Love it.
Alright, one more place. Gotta put it in here. Okay. I'm gonna link that there. And then we'll wait. I don't even know if I have chat open. Okay, I do have chat open. No one has said anything. Here come more people. That's a good sign.
That's a very good sign.
It's right at 7. One of the things I like about Aegis compared to other leagues is you start losing bans at 5 minutes after.
Yeah.
If people want to
heavily
rule shark,
encourages-
you gotta like
Yeah.
actually get in here. I think they're ready in order. I don't have a draft link, but
Yeah.
if I get one, I'll let you know.
Deal.
I'm assuming my chat works. I don't know if that's still a bug. But yeah, for you, Scatter, the first harvest game we jump into, right in the middle of it, it's always a whiplash. I have no idea. Traditionally, just no idea what's going on. I'm trying to update the overlay while things are happening. There's guns going off in the background. It's a great time.
Yeah.
So look forward to that one.
Yep. Can't wait.
But it gets better. So,
All right.
because we did this with the plat streams. We had 2 plat teams in Runeterra Academy last season, and it was the same way. We just halfway through. Also, I'm sure you figured out I don't ever like mute the mic or anything like in official streams. So, we just banter. We just chat.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
Very
all right.
informal.
Yeah.
I
No
think
big deal.
you've casted for Rotom once before, right? Or twice?
I have. I
Yeah.
have. Yes. It was last year though. It was a
Yeah.
while ago.
Okay. They're waiting to see who's running draft as well. Excellent.
I see. Good. Okay. All right.
So it's not just me that doesn't have a draft link, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's everybody.
Ah, I see. We're gonna look at some rules apparently. So we're taking a second. They have 2 new people not on roster. Well, it'd be like that sometimes, I guess. I mean, it really shouldn't be like that sometimes, I guess, but
Yes. Yes. But unfortunate things happen. You know.
where are we at? I'm just gonna verify myself.
I know I probably sound a little bit distracted right now, and it's because I'm watching the LCS match between 100 Thieves and TSM right now while I wait for the draft link to get posted.
Oh, completely understandable. They
Yeah.
they look fine to me. I don't. I actually don't understand what we're holding up for. Maybe I'm missing something. But I've got this roster that I'm looking at right now, these 5 players. And like, they're missing their starting jungler, but they have a sub who's on their roster. So, unless I'm missing something terrible,
Yeah.
which could be the case. I don't know.
Yeah, they were just as confused in chat, and they finally figured it out.
So the funny thing is, like, I think blue team is supposed to make it every single game or something like that. There's like a stipulation in the rule book about it.
Oh, really? Okay.
But okay, blue pick. That's not me. This one is.
All right, we're getting in there.
We're finally doing it. 7:06.
Getting ready.
We're a little late, but you know, we're on esports time. Real esports hours up in here.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, they have team sheets. I should probably like.
Yeah.
I could bring those up and reference them. Oh my god, there's so many gold teams. Okay, there we go. Here's meme cities if you want it.
Take a look. Oh, this is fun. This is good.
Why would they? Why would they need to use tokens?
I don't even know what that means.
So there's.
Yeah, I'm lost.
So there's forgiveness tokens you can use if you're not on roster. Oh, we're really rule sharking today. Okay, well, we out here then. I respect the hustle.
I will just trust that this will get solved eventually.
Yeah, I just...
You know.
I don't know. I probably shouldn't say anything as the official middle stick stream, but...
Yeah, I don't...
Um,
I'm just waiting for them to settle
like,
their differences, I guess, so that we
yeah.
can start draft.
So these things are definitely in the rulebook,
I
and
just want to start draft.
per the rulebook, you're supposed to care. But, like, I don't know. It's one thing if the team are dicks and you know they're dicks, but like, I don't know, their name's Meme City. They have a guy named Julian's Feet, King Julian's Feet on it, and G2esports.com. Right? How serious are these players?
Yeah, probably not that serious.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, at the same time, you should probably uphold the rule book and whatnot. So I get it all, but
Yeah, but this should have been handled before.
yeah,
This should have been handled like a half hour ago.
at this rate, the other series is going to start. We can just jump over there.
Yeah, I mean, if this keeps going,
So-
we'll just avoid this game.
So at the same time, right, we're rule sharking really hard.
Yes.
But the other team doesn't understand what we're rule sharking, which means that they haven't read the rule book, so they don't know what they've agreed to, which is also concerning. Because, like, I don't know. How rule sharking are we? Okay, so yeah, you have to play 10 ranked games in 21 days. There's one guy who has 9. Oh no, he's got it. He's good. So there's one guy who hasn't played a solo duo queue game in 24 days. One guy who hasn't played in a month. And another guy who just has only played 7 in a month? 7 in 21? That's a rough one. How about this one? Oh, why is this a league of graphs? Oh, I don't like that. Why isn't he on an OPGG? Oh, because all of
Alright,
these are
they're
league graphs.
finally starting draft.
Oh, they started? Sick. Okay, cool. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're done rule sharking. We're no longer sharks. Now we're back to being crows. It's week 2 of Aegis Guardian League. I'm Maris, my co-caster Scattercat. Uh,
Hello,
this
everyone.
this is Rodham Dread taking on Meme City Gold Plated. We're 12 minutes late into draft, but we're doing it. Gangplank Irelia, Seraphine Lucian, and probably Tryndamere gonna be banned here.
All right.
Number one, how are you doing, Scatter? Number
I'm
two,
I'm good. I'm good. You know, things are pretty good. Finally, happy to see draft going here, so we can talk about bans and picks and all that.
yeah, we don't have to talk about being sharks or
Yeah.
rules or nuances to rule books anymore. Oh, somebody forgot the spectate link. That's always a scary one. You start drafting and talking about draft, and then somebody in your chat is just like, "Oh, I don't have the draft link."
Yeah. I can't see it.
Or we started. Oh no, yeah. Volleybear first pick for ROTM. Theoretically,
Strong pick.
yeah, theoretically a flex between Gid and Monlower. Don't hate that as a first pick. I don't know that it's the strongest on the patch, but you take that.
No, I mean, Senna's still available and she's real strong, and I mean, you can flex her between two roles, but you know she's going in the bot lane. Kog'Maw, okay, I can appreciate the Kog'Maw pick, but it depends on what they're gonna pair him up with. Lulu, okay, yep, that's fine, absolutely fine.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to lock in the Cog Lulu early on. Now we'll see what Rodham's got in the tank to counter that one. Immediately the Renata Glask.
Well, yeah, I mean, if she hits Kog'Maw with her ultimate, I mean, Kog'Maw's killing someone. Ooh, with a Kaisa. No, Ezreal, no.
Ezreal's got a lot of priority. Jin's got a decent amount on this patch. Zeri's kind of the de facto one of the best AD carries. It's like Zeri, Senna, Ezreal, I would say, for pro play. But that doesn't always translate completely. It's going to be the Jin, which is an Atlas special.
Yeah, it is. It is. But late game Kog'Maw is going to be way stronger than Jin is, so... interesting. Oh, are they allowed to pick Bel'Veth?
No, Bel'Veth is still banned today.
Okay.
I believe she's enabled. The first game we'll see her enabled is Monday, so I think she might even still be banned for that. I think it's a 2-week carryover, which is kind of nasty. Kanye West is going to do his Kanye best, and he's in the jungle for Meme City.
All right. Second ban phase coming up here. They already banned a few strong champs in the first round here. Anivia, okay. I mean, Anivia makes sense.
Yeah, Nivea and Seraphine kind of pinches the pool of Aeropox, so that's interesting. I haven't looked up Meme City at all, so I have no idea what bans we're looking at here. But you already banned 3 top laners, so you could just continue banning top laners if you wanted to.
Yeah, just whittle that pool down.
That's like,
I mean,
guess a top laner?
yeah, I mean, Tom Kench can be flexed a little bit. I mean, he actually has, like, what is it, like the #1 win rate in, like, 80 carry position right now for some reason.
Yeah, just because Senna Tom Kench is a thing that exists.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I wonder if they want to flex Volibear between top and jungle, and so they're banning things that Volibear is bad against in top lane. I don't know top lane matchups very well, so
Volibear should be fine into most of these characters, but you know, if you have your read that this top laner is going to be very difficult to play against, and you just want to continue banning him out, so you throw the Cho'Gath at him too. Yeah, why not? Just 5-ban the top laner. Make sure that he's on something that's not as comfortable. Hopefully get yourself a slightly better matchup. If that's the matchup that you think is really going to tilt the game, you might as well. I'm a little worried now about mid lane, because Aeropox has had his Seraphine, his Lissandra, and his Anivia banned out. So you got to look for something probably safe. They're just going to blind Ornn.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is a real-ass team comp from Meme City Gold Plated.
Yeah. I don't. If I was on Rodham right now, I would not want to be facing this at all. Like, the mid lane pick is almost irrelevant at this point for them, because everything else looks so good.
Yeah, it's it's going to be interesting to see where Rodham want to go. It's going to be the Camille. I like that
Okay.
answer. So instead of trying to run face first into this team fighting comp, trying to get yourself a little side lane priority, I like that idea for Dread.
Yeah, and Camille is very strong in the late game. So, well, in the right hand, she's very strong, I guess I should say. So I'm excited to see what plays they're hoping they can make in the side lanes. What kind of pressure they're hoping that they'll be able to absorb with Camille and still come out ahead.
Ooh, Orianna.
Okay, that's fine. She's fine.
Uh,
She's fine. She doesn't really have a ball delivery system other than Volibear running in or Camille diving in. But if Camille's going to be putting pressure in the side lanes, Volibear is the only real option for ball delivery system that they have.
I'm not worried so much about ball delivery as how do you kill Kog'Maw? Aside from Camille getting super fed,
Oh my god!
and with
really
Azir. Yeah, this is... You just can't run straight at this team comp, right?
No.
And
No,
the
you
Orianna
can't.
doesn't do anything else particularly well. Like, she's fine in side lane. Also, we have Orianna Azir, which is just a Resident Sleeper matchup. Not my least favorite one, because it's not quirky Orianna, but we're right there. You know, we're right on the cusp.
Yeah. Woof. I mean, I guess we should have assumed from the Kog'Maw pick, even before they locked in Lulu, that it was just going to basically be, okay, just keep Kog'Maw alive at all costs.
Yeah.
Because Lulu, Ornn, and Azir will do that for you.
Yeah, and you have just a really clean front-to-back teamfight comp. I like the addition of the Kayn just to put a little bit of threat down on, you know, an enemy AD carry or somebody getting a little too big for their britches.
Yeah.
You don't have to full all in, and then this way you also have a little bit of early game potential as well, because Kayn pretty good at ganking early on, doesn't need a huge amount of setup for his lanes.
Yep. On the other hand, looking at Rodham, though, I mean, the Renata ultimate could, I mean, that could be their opening to get something going in a team fight. If they happen to hit Kog'Maw with that Renata ultimate, or if they happen to hit Kayn with it, I mean, maybe they can make something happen. But I don't know. I think they really got outdrafted here. I don't see a lot of hope for them unless...
Your hope is the Volibear Camille, right?
My hope is the Volibear Camille and that gold-plated makes mistakes.
Yeah.
If I was Rodham, you know.
Yeah, and I think
that's the hope.
The Renata has some sneaky utility. You can, you know, hopefully make full advantage of your hostile takeover and, you know, get Kog'Maw tripped up and get their big AoE team fighting comp that just has the Kog'Maw in the backline just you know, a little bit disjointed and help yourselves out a little bit. But it's hard to see where that damage to actually kill Kog'Maw through Lulu is going to come from. Because not only do you have to kill Kog'Maw with his health bar, he buys a bunch of health in his build because, you know, why not? You can also do the, like, there's that... Have you seen the tank Kog'Maw build?
The tank Kog'Maw build is actually scary.
Yeah. You can do something like that, and then, you know, with the Lulu shield and the Lulu ultimate, there's almost no way for this team comp for ROTM to kill them. The Orianna and the Jhin are lower damage. The Camille, unless you start snowballing out of control, can't solo kill the Kog'Maw. It's hard, but we'll see what Rodham has. I think a lot of this pressure, and we've said this before for Dread, it's going to come down onto Gid having a good early game and getting the rest of his lanes out to good early leads. If he can do that, you know, you can play this comp from ahead. I don't think you can play the comp from behind.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be possible. I have my doubts about that. Man, like, this is rough. I don't know what else to say other than how rough it is for Rodham, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, so I'm not going to try to dwell on that too much.
Yeah, well, we have another 4 minutes to kill, so we'll take a step back. This is week 2, RTM 0-1, Meme City 0-1, so win here is critical for both teams to kind of get back on track for their season and, whatever aspirations both of these teams have. You would imagine both of them looking at playoffs, looking at making some noise and everything. Um, and this is the first win that you need to get under your belt, and another team that lost means you need to put them below you in the standings and start working your way up. So very important for both teams. Um, if you haven't joined us on a mega cast before, we're gonna watch this game, and then we'll jump into Harvest game, and then we'll jump back over here, and we'll try to get as much league as possible and as little downtime and drafting as possible. So it should be a lot of fun. Um, we are as live as possible, which just means we'll have the 3-minute spectator delay, as you can see. I always hate that. It ticks down. You get like that little excitement, and then it's like, nah, 3 more minutes. Deal with it.
Yep.
I think that's most of my spiel. I think that's all I've got. The other game is Rotom Harvest versus Enigma Infinity. Harvest is 1-0. Enigma Infinity, I believe, is 0-1. So we'll jump in there at least some point tonight.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I mean,
Dread is 1-0. Excuse me, Dread is the team that won. Harvest lost. I'm backwards. Okay.
Ah.
Well, more
That's
pressure
okay.
on Dread then. Now you're expected to win this game.
Yeah.
All the fans are looking for this team to pop off.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, because there are I mean, the game hasn't even started, and there are already lessons to be learned in this matchup for how to handle draft for game number 2 before they even get started in their lanes. So, I don't know. I really hope that they make some good plays in the early game so that they don't fall behind and they can at least keep the gold close. Because that's going to be their only shot at dragging this game out and potentially making something happen.
Oh, that's the other thing I can talk about. It's Pride Month, and we're doing donations to the Trevor Project and Kansas City Center for Inclusion for every Rotom kill this month. I believe with everybody's pledge, we're up to like $1.65 per kill. We've already raised $530.10. So looking to keep that one going. If there's ever a pentakill, that's an automatic, I think, $76 donation. So really hoping to see a $76 pentakill, but don't have one yet.
Sick.
But yeah, really excited at how much everybody's been able to contribute. If you're interested in contributing or donating, you can message me or Lane on Discord or at Middle6GG on Twitter. Just let us know how much you want to contribute. We can help you out getting all that squared away if you want to, or if you just want to donate yourselves and tag us, we'd also appreciate that. So yeah, 25 more seconds. We don't have to talk too much about this. I guess if you're looking for early lane pressure, right, which we've talked about needing a little bit on the Volibear, where do you want to go first? What do you think you need to prioritize most? Is it getting this Camille ahead? Is it trying to put the Kog'Maw behind? Where would you go as Gid?
As Gid, I think I would just try to get the Camille ahead. If the plan is to have her just pressuring side lanes and split pushing the whole time, the earlier she's able to do that, the more pressure it's going to put on the other team to actually have to do something to stop her. And that could be a way for Rotom to actually find good ways to get neutral objectives like Dragon and things like that while they're distracted with Camille.
All right, we're finally loading into game. We made it through all of that. If it'll show on screen, there it goes. Okay, game didn't completely break.
I'm liking the skins. Good skin selection by everybody except for Ornn because he doesn't have one.
Also Kog'Maw, because that skin is worse than not having a skin. We're Pugma haters in this house.
Yep. I'm not a fan. However, Corgi, however, is beautiful and I love it.
Yeah.
So one good dog skin, one bad dog skin.
No issues with that. Fur Fizz is fine. Pugma, really terrible. Okay. Yep. This particular spectator bug, we have a lot of them. You've got to wait the timeline will eventually kick in. If you hover over the timeline, you'll see that there's no time in it. Eventually, it'll go to 00 of 00, and then you click on that. So we just get to chill for a little bit on black screen.
Neat.
I love this. We've seen enough spectator glitches that we can coach through them. Okay, there we go. So now you can click on the time bar.
Yep.
And everyone should finally appear, and the game should
All
start
right, I'm
moving.
in.
And then
Yeah.
go ahead and hit plus just to make sure you catch up to live, and we're good to go.
All right, yeah, I'm caught up. So, really, I just want to go through, any weird keystones or summoners that we see, but everything looks pretty normal so far. I mean, Jin has the potential to get a ton of damage with Dark Harvest, but that kind of all depends on how lane goes in the beginning. If he gets off to a lot of stacks early.
Yeah, I think the most interesting thing, Atlas opted for the exhaust with the ignite on Smitty, and Good Faith and G2esports.com down in the bottom lane for Meme City have barrier and heal, so you can tell
Yeah.
which team is expecting to pressure and which is expecting to receive the pressure here in this lane. And I don't know that I necessarily agree. I think Kog'Maw Lulu is pretty strong early on.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I mean, Lulu can just protect the Kog'Maw all day long, and he's got barrier just in case. You can try pressuring him. It's probably not going to work very well, though.
Yeah, I'd almost prefer to see a cleanse, because I believe you can cleanse Berserk. Not 100% sure on that one. You can definitely cleanse the Q, the handshake from from Renata. You can also cleanse Volley Bear Stun. Both seem very important things that you want to get away from that right now you don't really have a way to.
Yeah, I mean, it's a choice. I mean, I guess the way he probably looked at it was that, well, cleanse is only going to cleanse one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So in a team fight or a gank situation, yeah, I can cleanse, but then I'm just going to be right back to being stunned or snared or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Also, Mon lower, no flash on the Camille. That's pretty normal at this point, or at least it's not abnormal.
Yeah.
What is interesting? One of the Aegis admins is donating $5 every time he gets solo killed. So we also have to keep track of that.
I love it. That's great.
So keep an eye on that one. Hopefully, for Rodham's sake, he doesn't get solo killed a whole lot, but for charity, we at least take those, I guess.
Yeah, we take that. Charity.
Rodham's going to spot Kayn headed toward his Raptors. So this is an interesting moment where Gid knows where Wok Warlock is, but Wok has no idea where Gid is, and Gid is invading. He went buff to Gromp to invading the enemy red buff, and he's going to spot a Kayn who just did the Q. Oh, he sees him. Oh, I don't know if he just like clipped into the bush. We missed all the drama off of spectated camera, but it looks like Kayn just kind of either got vision in the bush by like going through that wall or like clipped in there with the Q, was able to spot Gid, and he's going to hand over the red buff, but Gid isn't going to take it. So
weird. Okay.
I don't know. This is a really weird situation. I'm really curious what Wok's going to do. Right? He's got the camp advantage, but he's going to feel pressured right now. And he's going to take the crab and then head over. Oh, and now he's going to get some free camps. Oh no, Gid is actually going to wind up down camps off of the successful invade. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, did he dodge that?
He did. He did not get spotted by that.
Okay, so he dodged the vision cone, and now he's going to spot Wok at his Raptors. They'll get the stun. Aeropox is here, looking for the damage. A lot of it coming through. He still has flash, now uses it. Gid burns his as well. Aeropox throws the ball through. Do they have the last little bit of damage? It doesn't look like they do, but they chased Wok off of the Raptor camp.
All right. Lots of flashes burned. Lots of summoner spells gone now. But nothing else really happens other than Kayn needs to recall here. So Gid has free reign here to kind of do what he wants for a few seconds, and Renata's there, Smitty, following him in the jungle to check for any camps left over, and all they're going to be able to take is Gromp.
Yeah, but this is a respawned Gromp. This one's already been taken, so this one actually has extra XP. There's still 5 camps on the map that haven't been cleared at 4:30. Kayn's gonna go back and find his level 1 Krugs that, I mean, why would those get counter jungled? So he'll
Yeah.
expect that one, but this red buff is going to just be sitting there.
Yeah.
This is such a weird situation. They get the captive audience down, have the handshake onto Good Faith, not quite able to bring him back in. Gid is going to get the flashes out of both of the bot lane members of Meme City. So another good gank for Gid. Meanwhile, King Julian's feet getting a good trade in top lane. Monlor has to play a little bit safe. Aeropoc's going to get forced back to base by Elvis, and we return as we were.
So they are trying to put pressure down in a lot of different areas here on the map.
Look at Walk. Walk
it
is
has
going
been-
to top lane.
Yeah, it hasn't been the most successful thing in the world for them, but they're trying to do the pressure. The only positive thing I can really say out of it. Oh no!
Interrupted out of the hookshot. Monlower has the little shield, but it's a magic damage shield, and that's not going to help him. It's first blood for King Julian's feet.
Oh wow! Okay, all right, first blood. So
Okay.
So the only real positive thing that has happened so far for Rodham is that they've gotten a lot of flashes out of gold plated. However, gold plated, they're keeping up in CS. They're still pretty safe all around. Every single one of those champions has a way to stop from getting hurt, whether it's Kog'Maw having the barrier or Lulu giving him a bunch of shields or using heal or whatever. So yeah, it seems like gold plated off to an early, I guess not a lead really, but like early like confidence boost here that you know their comp's gonna work out.
And Wok just walked in and found his red buff. And I wanted to be on board with Wok at that moment. Like, what the fuck? Why is this still here? Okay, so he takes his red buff finally at 6:30. Gid and Smitty are gonna duo Dragon. There's decisions happening in this game, and I don't know what's going on. It looks like G2 Esports and Wok are both aware of this, but it's not going to be in time. The fourth shot from Atlas actually does 653 damage at 7 minutes. That's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, don't need to fight the dragon when Jin has one.
Well, Dragon goes down. So number 1 for ROTM and Ocean Dragon doesn't feel too bad. Wok now on his second camp spawns. He's gonna have a big CS lead on Gid through getting invaded and then running the wrong path around the map. So I don't. Gid is now finally full clearing bottom to top, so we might see some action up on that top side here in just a second. Gid should hit level 6 with this clear, and then we could just see the Stormbringer directly into top lane. If I had to guess, if I'm calling my shot.
Yeah.
But we've already seen weirder things happen
like
in this
Babe
game.
Ruth.
Yeah.
So Ocean Soul, or not Ocean Soul, Ocean Drake, actually really good for Rodham here in the early game. It would be better if it was an Ocean Soul so they could get that for late game going up against the Kog'Maw and the Azir and the Kayn damage. But hey, I mean, one Ocean Drake at the beginning ain't bad either. We'll take it. And the next one coming up, by the way, is Mountain. So the soul is either going to be Cloud or Infernal or Hextech.
Yeah, so 2 fun ones, one not as fun one. Especially with these champions. There's no one I'm super like, oh man, Cloud Soul on this champion? Like,
Yeah.
Volibear's pretty good. That's about it.
That's about it.
Kane's okay, I guess. No one really needs to be zooming after they use their ult, though.
Yeah, not really. So I guess if I was them, I'd be hoping for either Hextech or Infernal at that point.
And if you're Meme
Infernal
City, you're hoping
probably,
for that
though.
Cloud. Give me that Cloud
Yeah.
Soul.
Oh yeah, Cloud for sure. 110%.
Roam down from King Julian's feet toward... I have to keep saying that unironically this whole night. He roams down toward mid lane. They're not going to find anything really there. Aeropoc's playing back far enough. Every time we look at this mid lane, though, he just keeps shoving and shoving away. Eventually, he'll start getting that advantage, but...
So, yeah, I
the
mean,
handshake gonna pull in
there we
Good
go.
Faith. Yeah, level 6 hit for Good Faith. Atlas has his, but neither of the supports do. Oh, that's
Jeez.
actually really important. G2 There's got to be a shorter way. G2esports.com hits his level 6, so he's got wild growth available, and that's going to mean that Smitty and Atlas can't really do a whole lot. This is a roam timing, though, for Walk and Elvis, so they're headed for the Scuttle Crab at least. They could head toward bottom lane. Not a whole lot of vision right now for ROTM outside of this double pink ward combo that they've got going on.
I was actually going to bring that up earlier, and I just forgot to because we got into a team fight. Oh, God.
All right,
oh,
we're
God,
fighting in the top lane. That's a good knock-up, though. King Julian's going to win this one pretty handily. They'll use the ult from Bonlower, but it's just not in time. Gid runs away from Rift Herald to try to tear through the Ornn, but with the Searing Charge, not going to be a whole lot there, honestly, for ROTM. And Bonlower... All right, so when the Ornn Horn comes down, it's very unintuitive in the Camille matchup, but you want to go on top of him, right? You have to use your ult to negate the Ornn Horn being bounced back through you. And just that little hesitation, he walked back away from it. Oh, I don't really want to fight right now. And that costs him his life.
Yeah. Yeah, one little mistake and loses his life for it, and gives it more gold over to gold-plated. Oh, no.
Oh, Orianna has to use... Aeropox has to flash away.
That's like the second.
Yeah.
That's like the second bad recall that Aeropox has taken in this game. Oh no.
That's a great shuffle right into the rest of the enemy team. He's got the Stormbringer back away, but the Umbral Trespass is here. They'll get the pull back with the ult. It's a huge Renata ult trying to turn this fight around. Walk gets healed though. The Summoner Spell heal coming in clutch, but now the curtains have opened up. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 coming on through. Can he find the 4th? Elvis intercepts it with a little dash in the shield, and it's going to keep him alive. So nobody dies in that engagement around the pit. All these ults expended, nothing happens. Which, as we've talked about, just continues to favor Meme City the longer this goes on. I had a little hiccup. I don't know if that was my... Ooh. Oh, the interrupt on the recall. G2 Esports, 200 health. Do they actually have the damage to finish any of these kills off? There's nothing. Atlas is walking forward. He shoots Elvis, but he can't find any of the kills.
If only you had Swifties. If only you had Swifties.
Then he might not have the damage to do it, though.
All right, so I'm going to finally bring this up right now because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to again. The one really, really good thing going right now for Rodham is their vision score line here because their support, Renata, Smitty doing real well on that.
Bonlower doesn't have his ult back up yet. Why is Ornn ult a longer cooldown than Camille ult? Or a shorter cooldown, excuse me.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway. I don't know top lane matchups. I don't know that stuff. Because, I mean, Lulu's not warding, and Smitty is. So, I mean, there you go. That's a big positive going in favor of Rodham right now. I'm trying to find as many silver linings as I can.
Yeah, and part of that is just because Lulu has been forced back underneath tower, and you can't roam as well on Lulu as you can with Renata.
Yep. I mean, they're both enchanters, so they can't really roam that much anyway.
But at least Renata brings immediate crowd control, whereas Lulu's more like counter-engage and peel, which is great, don't get me wrong, but it's not what you want when you're roaming around to another part of the map, usually.
Yeah, okay, I thought Kane was trying to do something there, but nope, he's not. He's just in his jungle doing stuff. So the Soul will be Hextech, by the way, and hopefully nobody on either of these teams forgets about those portals to travel through, because I know I do every time I play.
Yeah, there was actually a really sick play during LCS. EG used it during their game against C9. Might take a look at that one, but it looked like they really have a knack for using the portals. It's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew how to use the portals, because I never do. I always forget about them and just walk right past them every time. Oh,
a little mid-jungle 2v2 action going to happen here as Walk Warlock going to get pulled in. A lot of damage coming through. Gid can't quite finish him off. The Umbral Trespass comes on through. Smitty is here to try to turn the gank around. Do they have the damage to actually finish him off? He'll get hit. Oh, he doesn't get hit. There's still... Everyone's staying alive. Meme City just hates donating to charity. No kills for ROTM again on a positive play. And they'll maybe get a push in mid lane, but this is starting to get a little frustrating, I imagine, for ROTM. They've left... what, 6-7 kills on the table at about 100 health this game?
Yeah. I mean, as frustrating as that is, it's still kind of proving though that you have damage and you are able to take them down. You're just waiting for, finish off those mythic items, and maybe you'll be able to actually pull it off on the next time you have a big fight like that, right?
That would be the positive way to spin it. The negative way would
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
they're not getting the 300 gold cash infusions that
Yeah,
they
yeah,
need
yeah.
immediately, and Meme City uh, does not care about the clock in this game. They want it to go as long as possible. They want to scale. This is really sick Renata chroma, by the way. The teal hair with the
Yeah, it's very neat. I like
white, very anime. I don't know what anime. Uh, Not a weeb, not a self-proclaimed weeb.
it.
Need to get Weeb Nation in here to tell me who it is, but
I mean, it's reminiscent of something. What exactly? I don't know. So let's see here. Looking at timers here, we're about a minute 40 seconds away from the next dragon popping up. That's the next neutral objective that we might see both teams sparring over. If Rodham gets this dragon, which I see no reason why they wouldn't go for it, that puts them at Soul Point. And Soul Point at 16 minutes is really nice.
yeah, I think that I would hazard a guess at saying that's probably their win condition. If they
Yeah.
don't get that, I don't see a way that they're going to win this game from this
Yeah.
position. Down, 1,000 gold, that's negligible, right? But with
Yes.
the team comps we talked about, we've harped on it enough, but ROTM is still very much on the clock. Smitty just waits and waits for that word, not able to finally puts it down a little too late for him to do anything. A little sad there. Monlower going to get ganked again, and he's got E available. He's got ult to try to navigate this one. King Julian's feet going to go ahead and use the Hammer Boy bouncy time, knocks him
Oh
up
my
underneath
God.
tower, walk, trying to get in for a little bit of damage. That's a nice negation finally by Monlower. Going to pull the cane underneath tower for a second. And that's not exactly where he wants to be. Oh, he's tanking tower. That's going to get turned
Ooh.
around, a kill for Monlower. And now King Julian's feet takes another tower shot. If he had his E back up, he could have closed that gap, but he'll be very satisfied with the one kill, I'm sure.
That's beautiful. I mean, you know that the plan was to kill Camille and drop Rift Herald top immediately, but now Rift Herald might expire before Kane is able to respawn and lay it down.
Yeah, that's actually going to happen. Here it goes.
Yeah.
There it is. He wasn't able
Beautiful.
to respawn in time. That's a pretty big loss. Not as big as first Rift Herald, don't get me wrong, but not insignificant. And now Dragon's about to spawn. Kane's coming out of base. He did get the transformation into Rost, so he got enough orbs during that fight. It doesn't feel like he's been that involved, but he got enough for Rost. That's kind of weird. I guess it is 17 and a half minutes, so you start getting hella orbs. RTM just rips through that dragon, and now 5 minutes from now has an opportunity at that Hextech Soul. And on the board with a kill, that feels pretty good. All the kills have been in the top lane so far this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where we said in the beginning that Rodham should put their focus, but it's where Goldplate has actually been putting all of their focus. Which I guess is sort of fair, because if you look at the CS difference between Atlas and Good Faith here, Atlas is up a good 30 CS. So I guess
more just shocked. This is a Gid Shadeslayer game, and he's 0-0-0
Yeah.
in 18 minutes. I don't think that's happened in the history of League of Legends. The man likes fighting. Not that
He
he
does.
hasn't done fighting. He probably has the most damage in the game. If we had that chart, it's either him or King Julian's feet, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, doesn't have a kill, doesn't have an assist, also doesn't have a death, which is pretty huge for him. So we'll take those where we can get them.
yeah, we
I
still
love you,
don't have
Gid,
a
if you're
first
listening to
tower
this.
down
I don't
yet,
think you
though,
listen to the
so.
cast, but
No,
you're my boy, Gid.
Yeah, Gid is real fun to watch when he's actually getting some kills or dying in the early game from his gank decisions.
And this is a nice little rotation here. Smitty and Gid team up, head to top lane, take down that top lane tower. That might unlock Monlower a little bit. He's been, stuck on this island, having a little bit of a rough time against the Ornn. But now he's got his Divine Sunderer finished up. He's got the ability now to maybe influence the rest of the map and get some things going. Oh, that was the first Rift Herald that timed out.
Yeah.
Oh no, the second Rift Herald started up now by ROTM. Atlas and Good Faith just doing top lane things in bottom lane. Just going to go ahead and trade. Trying to
Oh,
get on. He can't find the stun, though. Jumps forward with the Stormbringer. Big Renata ult catches all four. Not quite enough damage to finish anyone off. Now Monlo over the wall. Looking for Elvis. Will finish him off with an auto attack. 1 kill for ROTM. Now Aeropox has to be very careful. Not quite dead. Gid flashes away. Monlower left a little bit on his own. Turned into a squirrel. And now starting to get beat up. Oh, he doesn't get the wall dive over the wall. Has to try to scrap it on out. Smitty not going to be able to escort him out. But they do get the captive audience now. They've got the speed boost. And he's out. So 2 for 0 for our, excuse me, a 1 for 0. Good Faith died solo in bottom lane to Atlas.
yeah, I didn't even catch that. I wish we had an instant replay to go back to see how that happened. But very nice work by Rodham here. They have a 1,000 gold lead here. First time they've had a gold lead all game, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not since very early on, but yeah. Definitely a confirmed certified gold lead, 1,000 gold.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to hope for gold-plated to make some mistakes in this game, and that fight was definitely some mistakes out of gold-plated there. They should have definitely gotten a couple of kills there. Volibear and Camille had almost no health left, and both of them survived.
And more importantly, you don't need to fight there if you're gold-plated.
No, you don't need to.
You're the Azir Kog'Maw team. You just don't fight and you win the game. Why are you fighting over a second Rift Herald that doesn't matter? Like, maybe you lose your mid lane tower, but I don't know. Your big fight is coming up here in a minute 20. This is the first one that you need to be online. You need to all be grouped up and you need to fight for.
Yes, yeah. The dragon fight coming up is definitely much more important than fighting over that Shelly. You are correct.
Yeah, now you gave over a little bit of extra gold, maybe some extra item completions. Maybe that makes all the difference. Maybe Kog'Maw gets solo killed right beforehand. Camille just has a Cho'Gath ult on her Q. I don't understand why, but I love that meme. So this dragon is a big deal. This is Jin's arch enemy, the pink ward. Okay, now he's headed down. Elvis has teleport, so he can stay up there. But where is the rest of Rodham right now? There's 40 seconds to go on this dragon, and Volibear and Jin are walking their way through the top river right now.
Yeah, and no real good.
To be fair, so is Kog'Maw's
here.
off in Narnia as well, so that's not the worst thing.
Yeah,
Azir can be here. He's got teleport.
Yeah.
I'm not as worried about that boy. But this is the game. Like, this is a very important dragon setup, and Meme City could have pushed in had they had everybody there. They had a little advantage, and now it's just going to get all swept away by ROTM. They finally have grouped up as 5.
Yeah, our first 5v5 fight, I think, in the entire game.
And honestly, could be the last if it gets played out. If it gets played out correctly for ROTM, where you just have Camille split and never stop splitting, this might be it. But this is a very important dragon. Soul point. If Meme City's able to claim it, you do get another one as ROTM. You get another chance, but like, it's 5 minutes later in the game, and Ornn items plus scaling.
Oh, Camille comes
plus
in on the
L
flank.
plus ratio. Camille's on the flank. Gets a good ult into the backline. Huge Renata ultimate again, just disrupting everything. Already, it's 1 for 1. But look at Walk Warlock. He's so healthy. It's a double kill for King Julian's feet. Good Faith is still alive. Atlas able to assassinate him. It's just Aeropox v2, but he's going to get exploded on by Kog'Maw. It's a triple kill for King Julian's feet, and Walk will pick up the ace for Meme City gold-plated, and that could not have gone worse for ROTM.
No. Oh, man, that's terrible for them. The gold is going to be even, yeah, but they really needed this dragon. That was their win condition. They needed to keep pushing with the early advantages that they had. Now they can't do that anymore, clearly. By losing a 5v5, their only option now is to have Camille do the split push and absorb some pressure in a side lane and have the other 4 members make things happen in the other lanes.
Yeah, and the question we had at the intro is the question we still have. How do you kill Ornn? And now it's even worse. How do you kill a 6-0 Ornn? Who is doing the damage? Like, where is it coming from? You even went Ludens on Orianna. Like, there's no tank-killing power on this team outside of Monlower. And if Monlower's killing the Ornn, he's not killing the Kog'Maw, which is, more his job.
Yes. I don't know. I suppose you just send the Jhin in with the Gale Force. And I don't know.
That's what he did the last fight, and it almost worked.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it almost worked.
you still can't kill the Ord. And
Yeah. So I mean, like they do have a tower advantage
oh
here.
my
They have
god,
2 towers to none for Rodham, and they have 3 dragons to 1. They're up 1,000 gold, but 1,000 gold at 25 minutes is not really a lead.
I didn't realize he hadn't purchased after that fight. He went back and bought a bramble and a giant's belt. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's absurd.
Um,
The Orn is not going to be able to get killed anymore at
yeah,
this point.
the only advantage that you have is you can't get an ornament on Kog'Maw because he didn't buy a mythic item and won't maybe ever.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to buy a mythic on Kog'Maw, but now
I mean,
Kane's gonna get stronger. That's actually really scary. He's got the Ceaseless Hunger, very edgy, to go with the Edgelord Kane. This might be good though. Get a little pick onto
good
Lulu.
pick.
G2esports.com has to flash away, has the wild growth to keep her safe, and not quite enough damage going to be able to come through from the Jins. So successfully survives. I'm kind of interested. The Lulu went the water item. I can't think of the name of it.
Staff of Flowing Water.
No, the Moonstone.
Oh,
Not the
Moonstone.
water one. Is that normal? I feel like Shrelia's is just
I don't.
the thing, or
I don't know which one is better on Lulu.
maybe it's good. I mean, I'm sure
I,
it's fine.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah. I just don't know if
But
it's
but
like
is it the most optimal
Yeah.
pick?
we're supposed to bitch about people not
Tiny
being
little,
100%
yeah.
optimal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, get the
Oh,
flash out of Kog'Maw.
Yeah, get the flash out of Kog'Maw. Stormbringer going to come on through. They have to be careful about this first tower that they still haven't killed. Gitta's going to die to the second one, plus the Kog'Maw passive. Oh, kill the tower! Okay, the teleport doesn't come out, so this is a little bit less threatening. Smitty still might get caught. Able to dodge that. That was so clean by Smitty. He dodged the knock-up from the Blade's Reach from Walk Warlock with just a little tiny sidestep and then flashed over the rest of the damage. In comes the Orinhorn, though, trying to make it happen. Gets the knock-up onto Aeropox, and they're looking for the dive. Good stasis from Aeropox just to buy some time, and they'll finish off Elvis at the end of that one. Walk is able to find one kill. They're just looking for the dive. They don't really care about this tower. There's so much armor on King Julian's feet. He can take that up for a while, but now that he's not tanking, Walk Warlock gets taken pretty low. Monlower finishes him off. Now has the the W to get the slowdown onto G2 Esports, and they'll keep on diving on through Aeropox. Oh, Monlower, excuse me, picks that one up. It's a double kill. RTM somehow turns that fight into 4-for-1.
Yeah, I mean, thank God that they all happen to live long enough to get under tower. And Jin almost died too, but then he flashed away to activate his ultimate, so he was perfectly safe too. Very good decision making there by Rodham. Very good communication going on to actually make that happen. Unfortunately, though, for gold plated, this might also mean that Baron goes, "Oh, Camille."
Monlower looking for the assassination onto Good Faith. Gets the W through the barrier, keeping him alive, but he'll be able to finish that one off. And now Elvis over the wall trying to finish off Monlower before King Julian's feet dies. The Kog'Maw explosion picks up his second shutdown of the game. But still, even forcing him back now is enough to maybe secure this Baron 1,000 health. Gitta has to have a good smite, and he does. So Baron's secured 11-11 in kills, but ROTM flips the game back in their favor. And now 30 seconds to go on that dragon spawn. Monlower's going to have teleport. You can recall right now, or you can take your blue buff and then recall, I guess, and still maybe be there in time to fight. We'll see if that one works out for Gid, but you got to get there right now in order to defend this Hextech Dragon. Elvis is doing the Azir thing on the mid lane tower. He's got his Nashor's Tooth finished up, so he's starting to curve very nicely into the game. Good Faith finishes up his Runian's Hurricane as well. I think I've talked enough. What do you have to say?
I think it's really weird that Kog'Maw's not going for tank Kog'Maw because he should at this point.
Gid's going to face check right in, take a lot of damage, gets hit by the Blade's Reach. In comes the ult from King Julian's feet to get the knock up. The Berserk is just tearing on through. Now onto Elvis on the backline, almost able to finish him off. But Ornn is holding strong. He gets a huge knock up off of the Azir wall, but Smitty able to stay alive. It's a double kill for Atlas, and they'll eventually be able to finish off this Ornn. It's Monlower and Atlas alive, and they'll be able to finish off the Dragon for Soul. Triple kill for Atlas, and God, there were like 2 or 3 hero plays during that one. The biggest one was the Quadra knockup from King Julian's feet on the Azir wall, but it wasn't enough to turn the fight for Meme City. And they lose the Hextech Soul. They still have Baron left alive on Atlas to maybe push. Monlower doesn't know where he wants to go right now, and I don't really blame him. A little lost on the Rift, but a couple good fights in a row now for RTM.
Yeah, it's actually crazy that they were able to get that soul in the first place. I mean, the Zir knockup with his ultimate, I thought it was over at that point. And the fact that they were at Dragon first, I mean, that Dragon should by all rights have been theirs. So good job to Rodham. I think there are a few mistakes that Gold Plated is making that are really costing them these fights now. One of them being that Kog'Maw is not staying alive. In that last fight, nobody was really doing a good job of protecting him or peeling for him. And he's not building any tank items. And even though the tank Kog'Maw build is really strong, he's deciding to go for Rage Blade plus Hurricane, and I, I mean, he could be going for a few different items here with his third item, and I'm not going to guess until I see another component built.
I'm gonna guess Blade of the Ruin King personally.
That's not a bad guess.
Um, but yeah,
But if you're not going to go tank Kog'Maw and you have an Ornn on your team, build a Mythic at this point.
well, build a Mythic. You could go Shield Bow. I'd really like that, just to give you
Yeah.
a little bit of survivability, because that's been the issue is you can't do the Kog'Maw thing where you stand there. All 3 of your kills have been via passive, which that's why it's there, is to get Kog'Maw into the game, but like it's not ideal to get all of them through the Acathian surprise.
Yeah.
Mid lane tower gonna eventually get sieged down. Mono are doing a decent job applying pressure now to the bottom lane as well. He's on 2, almost 3 items, so starting to become a relevant threat. Probably can't deal with Ornn, but can deal with pretty much anybody else who shows up in the lane.
Yeah, and I also gotta say, like, excellent work to the Jhin by Atlas here. 8, 1, and 3 being a major reason why they're getting so much damage pumped out in these fights now. Same with the Camille being played by Monlower. I always want to say Lawnmower, and I'm gonna screw it up, but they've been really, really good for Rodham in this game, keeping them in the game and getting them to this point where they're actually favored to win this match.
They knock Walk out of the wall. They get the pullback with the Orianna ult. Monlor is going to bring him back into the team. Do they have the damage to actually finish him off? God, that's so much healing from the Lulu. He's turned this one around. They take out Smitty. He'll throw the ult back into the corridor to try to turn, but they've lost 2. Walk Warlock does fall, but now watch Monlor. Oh, not a great ult. Elvis just not quite there on the shuffle. Knockup lands from King Julian's feet, though. Aeropox in trouble, has to dash around the little pillar, and he can't quite get around it. So 3 members of ROTM get picked off. They couldn't burn down Walk Warlock 3 times. They got him twice, but the 3rd health bar was a surprise to ROTM. And now Meme City can run the map for a little bit. They're going to look at this mid lane tower. Atlas, I don't really know what the goal was there. Maybe to clear the minions, but it just got blocked. They have to try to clear. They have to try to do something here, but... Oh, that's so much damage. Jesus.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the Dark Harvest. I need to know how many Dark Harvest stacks
Wait,
he has.
Monlower's in, looking for good faith. Atlas is just trying to play his distances right. Oh, he gets polymorphed at just the wrong time. The ult comes back up, but it just doesn't matter. Elvis finishes him off. So a little bit enterprising there from Monlower, and the game is going to continue. Our TM not able to find that crushing blow down in the bottom lane, and now hemorrhaging some of this gold back into Meme City. They have the objective bounties as well, so King Julian's feet will take another tower in this bottom lane. An extra 250 gold split amongst the team, and they'll close that gold gap back to about 3,000.
Yeah. And of course, because I start talking about how Rodham is doing really well and they're a little more favored to win the game, of course they lose, a team fight right away as soon as I say that. And they're also hemorrhaging gold all over the place now. So, yeah, Caster Curse in a full effect. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I loved the idea behind the pick, and they burned through Walk's health bar once. He got the Gore Drinker heal to get him back to like 3/4 because it hit 4 people somehow. And then he gets all of the Lulu shields and heals coming through, which keep him alive a 3rd time. And that 3rd time was enough to get the rest of the squad all in. Smitty's ult just not quite enough to help distract for long enough to finish off the kill finally. But I think had they finished off Walk, all of a sudden the dominoes start falling a little bit in that team fight and they can turn it back around. But yeah, just a couple of inches is the game right now. And we're still hanging in.
Going for a pick.
This is a pick attempt on to G2esports.com. He's got the wild growth. A lot of damage coming on through, but they're going to continue to force. Now Atlas picks up that kill. The ult comes on through from the Renata. King Julian's feet is here off of the teleport, just trying to make something happen. Walk into the back line off of the Umbral Trespass, but the reset happens. Monlo able to stay alive with that bailout, and King Julian's feet is the last one left on this side of the map. He'll be taken down eventually. Alice, now godlike. Aeropox is playing an interesting game over here with Elvis, and it's not going to work out very well for him. He's got the stopwatch, but that's just going to delay his death by a second. Elvis on a rampage, but wasted some time, and now the 4-man squad from ROTM zipping their way toward... They don't know what they want. They need this mid lane. Do they know that they need the mid lane, though? Okay, they're headed here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're at the 35-minute mark, so easy decision to take this inhibitor. Yeah, very nice plays around the map here by Rodham. I mean, yeah, you could argue the Orianna didn't do such a good job because she died, but she wasted a lot of Azir's time.
Oh, Hextech play! Hextech play! In come G2esports.com. They're going to find the interrupt on the recalls. Good Faith and Elvis just trying to track down Gid. The captive audience isn't going to hit, but look, the Elder Dragon is up, and Meme City want that one. Kane is just ignoring the Hex Gates. He could have just taken them on the way, but he's just going to walk through the wall instead. Okay, Ornn taking the Hex Gates. All of Meme City is going to be here, but not all of ROTM. Now teleport in, coming in a little bit late from Aeropox to try to join. Monlower looking for the initiation onto the backline, but King Julian's feet sets it. Gid on the flank, looking for the kill. He does find G2esports.com, but Good Faith walking on forward. Now gets shut down. 2 kills for Gid. Smitty gets taken down, but the Elder Dragon goes over to Walk Warlock. Elvis almost able to burn down, but Atlas will fall. That kills him through Guardian Angel, I believe. No, he didn't have Guardian Angel. I thought I saw the wings. I'm sorry, I'm casting really poorly. But that's 4 kills from Meme City off of picking up that Elder Dragon, and Walk and King Julian's feet are going to hold on to it.
Yeah, Renata got a really good ultimate off in that fight. Smitty wasn't enough, unfortunately. Jeez, I mean, I'm losing track of everything going on in these team fights, so I mean, you're doing much better than I am at keeping track of.
I thought I saw the wings, but it was the execution wings from the Elder Dragon. It wasn't the Guardian Angel wings for Zia.
Yeah. I really think the game is over now at this point for Rodham, but I mean, I've been proven wrong for the rest of this game with how well they've been playing so far.
Yeah.
But this is the perfect time for them to go for Baron while they have Elder. So that should be the play that they make here. Kog'Maw's not there, though, for some weird reason.
Yeah, and they've manicured the mid lane. They've got it pushing right now. This is the time for Meme City to look at this Baron, but instead, the clock is kind of ticking against them in a way. They have to try to keep this mid lane prio. Azir's off doing his own thing. He's got teleport. Just no real urgency right now, when I think you can really force the issue with Infernal on your 2 most dangerous members right now. Well, not that Azir and Kog'Maw aren't doing damage, but the Kayn has been getting so much value, buying so much time, and the Ornn has the most kills and least deaths in the game. Like, that one feels a little more obvious, but the Kayn, I feel, has been really good for Walk Warlock. Monlo are going to walk in, give him a little trade just for fun, and start to clear out some of this vision. So ROTM very determined to hold on to this Baron vision right now.
They're ceding control of Baron, which is fine if you're going to push a lane and get some other objectives somewhere else because you have Elder Dragon.
Okay,
right?
this is the play I thought they would make. It's a little bit later than I thought, and the Elder Dragon is going to fall off here pretty soon. I'm going to click on somebody. Yeah, it's very soon. So RTM almost has bought enough time. They'll get this mid lane continuing to push, although that inhibitor is going to respawn. Gita's looking for the stun onto Elvis, not quite able to find it. Captive Audience lands onto Good Faith. Ooh, Renato. That's... Oh, the Elder Burn. Okay. That was a little more than I thought would happen, just because of the Elder Burn happening, being applied by King Julian's feet and Walk Warlock. Maybe that was the play the whole time. Get them to attack each other with Elder?
Maybe.
Anyway, Elder's officially gone now. We don't have to worry about that one. Yeah. Lulu's got a Starcaster, because King Julian's feet is level 18. He's handed out all of his ornaments.
Yeah. So the Kog'Maw did buy Shield Bow. Okay, good. He's got a little bit more protection now, and that got upgraded by Ornn. But now they're waiting. They just keep hovering here around Baron and in this river.
Oh, King Julian's feet trying to pull the trigger. They're looking for Monlower, trying to find the Camille first. Where's the engage? Oh, it's a big shockwave from Aeropox to try to buy some time, but immediately Camille falls. Gid jumps into the backline, but he just doesn't have it. Now Atlas is finally able to join, but he's just got that little distance he had to cover, and King Julian's feet wailing away onto Aeropox. Atlas goes in! He just kills Good Faith! Excuse me? The assassination from the Jin from Atlas. 10,000 health on this Baron Walk. Warlock is pretty low. Atlas still walking in. He finishes off Kane with one shot.
again!
And in comes the Renato ult. The stasis is enough to keep Elvis alive, but they've turned it around. It's a triple kill for Atlas on the doorsteps of the base. And with this minion wave pushing, ROTM can end the game.
Can't believe that the Renata ultimate was up again already.
I'm pretty speechless at all of that. Like, that fight shouldn't go that well. Monlower got picked off. He did no damage. Oh, the inhibitor's going to respawn.
Okay, they might not be able to end the game here, but they can get at least
they still can.
one Nexus Tower.
No, it's just Good Faith and G2 Esports. They've got 3 people. Atlas does so much damage. Okay. Yeah, 4 shots into that tower. In comes the teleport from Monlower. They're forcing their way down onto the Nexus towers. Good Faith is still 3 seconds away. Monlower under the Nexus. He's got the Sheen procs. They're going to try to kill the Lulu. They finish her off. Okay. And the Nexus. Game 1 goes to Dread. Oh my god.
Very well deserved when everything about gold-plated Steam Comp was working against them from the beginning of the game. Holy crap. Way to go, guys. I don't know what else to say at the moment. I'm a little bit speechless about that. I mean, looking at the damage charts, we see that Jin by Atlas really did a number on the other team, with Camille not far behind. And then, unsurprisingly, Ornn and Kog'Maw dealing a ton of damage for gold-plated, but so did Azir. It's crazy, actually, how much... I'm just going to go check out some other stats here real quick.
It's a close game. My client broke, so I can't even show the stats on the stream.
Yeah, no, my client's messing up on trying to show me some of the other stats right now. Nothing's coming through.
Well, do you have any of the Harvest guys added?
Maybe.
Duvranga, Scrams, Metsuro.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Spectate them. Let's go.
All right.
Into
Move
the next
it
one.
over.
Yeah. Dread up 1-0. Harvest is 30 minutes into their game. Let's see how they're doing.
Oh, I can't actually spectate.
Leave your...
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. I have to leave the lobby. I forgot about that. All right, let's go.
All right. I'm in. Oh, they're on different sides. Oh, no. Okay.
That's okay.
I apologize, Enigma Infinity. I have no color what your logo is, so you're just going to be whatever this ugly color is. There's Zen I, I think. Oop. Close enough. Okay, what do we have going on? 19-13 in favor of Zenigma Infinity.
Yeah, 2,000 gold lead. Towers are even, but luckily Rodham has 3 dragons, so they are on Soul Point at the moment. Just gotta wait for another minute to pass before they can take their final dragon.
Yeah, it looks like the important member to watch for RTM is going to be Duvranga. It looks like he's doing pretty well for himself, although that just means that he's keeping pace with his counterpart, Zen Korra. Fuzzy of Targa? Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
They have the Zeri Yumi combo that has been popular in LEC and LCS this week, which I don't understand why it's a combo other than those 2 champions are just good individually. Looks like
that's probably about it.
Othis had a bit of a rough time in mid lane though. Struggling, it looks like, in Jason K Boy 23 doing all right on the Victor.
Up in the top lane, we have what's the name of the other team? Zenigma. For Zenigma, we've got the Darius here by Tapelios only. Had a really, really good game so far, I guess. I can't assume that was all during laning phase, but
yeah, it's
things were rough for the Malphite here.
Headed for the Force of Nature as his second item, which is kind of interesting. How did this happen? I
don't know.
We haven't seen anything happen. These teams have just wandered around the map, and our team is going to take Baron. Why did this happen? The dragon's going to come up. This is going to be Dragon Soul. I don't know what flavor of soul it is because my client is broken. Okay, it's a Cloud Soul.
Yes,
So
it's
that's
a
not
Cloud Soul.
that sucks, but it's not game ending, I guess, immediately. If that
Yeah.
does go over to Zenigma, I s- okay. The way it's been played, I have them. I thought I had them on the right side of the map. Rodham is the red team. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
Rotom's the red team.
Never mind. So that's just the first one for Zenigma. How did Rodham get all the objectives, but they're down kills? Is it just laning phases were bad and they're winning team
I
fights? Is that what's
I
going
would
on?
I would assume that that's what it is. That it was laning phase was rough, but they've been clawing their way back since then. That would be my assumption.
And judging by the way Zenigma hasn't, tried to force an engage or really looked for a whole lot of anything, that seems reasonable. Maybe they're more comfortable in these like isolated lane
Oh,
matchups, but a little bit shy when it comes to the 5v5, which I mean fair. Like Malphite Diana Nautilus feels like a pretty good backbone of a team fighting comp, and then Twitch Vel'Koz over the top. Like that seems a little scary. Saint's gonna walk up to the top lane, try to deal with top Felios only, but Matsuro hits the Nautilus knockup. They'll get the hook. Just trying to find the Zeri. A little bit of damage coming through. Now the Moonfall does finally come through. They find the Kog'Maw or the Wukong instead. Jason K-Boy teleports in, looking for Duvranga, able to get him out of stealth. The Chaos Storm just ticking on through and eventually finishes him off. Matsuro not quite able to help him survive that one, but in comes the Malphite for the knockup, and Scrams finishes off another kill. So 2 picks for ROTM. Oath is just trying to work his way back in. Notably, that initial target of Zeri completely fine, thanks to the cat, healing her up, giving her the zoomies. Um, but ROTM still looking to siege with this four strong with the Baron buff. Oh, hook not quite there from Matsuro. That would have been pretty key. Wait, Zeri can't walk there. Yeah, that was very disrespectful, but they didn't have any CC immediately to land on the Zeri to stop her from walking through that little gap in the base. Instead, has to burn the flash to get away. But ROTM just still continues to siege. Looks like they're going to go back and grab this extra minion wave, or maybe that's going to be it for them. But they get 3 for 1, if I'm not mistaken, across the map.
I'm
3
ahead
for
of
0.
you
Oh,
by
I need to
quite a
hit
bit.
plus. Okay, yeah. All right, zipping on through. Boop, 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 boop. Hit plus if you have it, just to make sure that we get to the same
Yeah.
time. Ziltek looking for a gank in bottom lane. This is 2x speed kill happening for Scrams, but he'll get traded out. A shutdown going to Zenkora. Now chasing down Oath. It's a double kill for the Zeri, able to defend that tower. And now we're zipping on around. I didn't realize I was so far behind. Sorry.
No,
Okay,
that's
we're
okay.
almost caught up. There's a tower that goes down in the top lane, and now we're back to live. Cool. Jason K. Boy has to run away. Not gonna run away. No ultimate for Matsuro just yet. Okay, cool. Now we're on the same page. You were probably very
There we
confused
go.
about what I was talking about.
I was a little bit, yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
We're
All right,
doing
we're
it.
back.
Yeah.
We're back. So we have a minute and a half now until the next dragon spawns in on the map. Rodham should go after this one. Cloud Soul, while not my favorite soul in the world, is good for their team. I mean, with the Malphite, the Diana, the Twitch, the Nautilus, good for the team. Zeri and Yumi are going to pose a big problem. Zeri's just strong right now. Very, very strong. Victor's also good. Wukong, also strong. So I
Yeah.
think their team comp mainly revolved around, hey, these champs are strong. We're going to pick them.
Yeah. It feels like they got a lot of strong champions. I don't know what top Helios plays, but Darius feels more like a lane counter into the Malphite, not as much like this is a strong champion
Yeah.
right now. But the other 4 definitely on the tier list right now, as it turns out.
Oh, yeah.
And RTM a little bit off the tier list with the Twitch. I think Vel'Koz is pretty good, but in a support position. I think artillery mages are a little underrated. Anyway, we're going in. We have the subterranean Wukong with the Yumi ult trying to read that final chapter, but Scrams now comes in, hits the Moonfall. They're able to take down Zenkora. Ziliek falls as well. Fuzzy just separated from everyone else. Duvranga trying to avoid the Chaos Storm and stay alive. Top Felios on the backside, but no one from ROTM has died just yet. Jason K. Boy looking to get in. They'll pull in with Top Felios and get maybe a reset for the Darius, but now gets pulled in. A lot of CC coming out of Matsuro, just trying to stall up the engage. Jason K. Boy still very strong right now. Oh, that Q just not able to connect, and Top Felios picks up another kill onto Matsuro. So it's traded back 3 for 2. It's an advantage for ROTM, but the health bars not favoring them mean that Zenigma can go to the dragon potentially and take that one. Scrams might look for a steal. He's got Smite available. He is the jungler. What is his build? Okay, this is the tank Diana build. I saw Lexus do it once, and
Yeah.
I haven't seen it ever again. Uh,
All right, another dragon gone. Not the way they want things to be going here. However, oh no, actually they're down in gold now. Crap, I keep thinking they're blue side. I have to stop thinking that way.
yeah,
So yeah, they're down in gold now too. I think they were ahead a little bit ago because of the objective lead that they had, but they don't have that lead anymore.
yeah, the couple of towers going down, I think, flipped it back. It's been a pretty close game from the look of it, at least in terms of gold. The kills have started to bridge a little bit because RTM's taking small advantages. But yeah, this game feels like a mess. Not as big a mess as the last one, but still a mess.
Yeah, if I had to guess, they probably relied on picking Diana early in the draft and flexing her later on, and they didn't pan out.
It seems like Scrams is doing fine on it. Like he's having a
Like,
pretty good game for
oh
himself.
no, yeah,
but
he's definitely doing fine, but doing that flex plan just ended up not mattering.
This is the reverse of what we saw happen earlier, where now RTM is out of position for the Baron, but they're more in position. Top Felios is just tearing through Matsuro. He's ghosting on in. Scrams is just trying to stop the engage. Moonfall coming out. Ziliak gets pulled in. Duvranga looking for the collapse. Scrams has to flash over the wall, but Ziliak follows him over, and he'll get Noxian guillotine and eventually taken down by the Wukong. That's a big pick, but now Lil Saint looking for the engage, just going to find Jason K. Boy. Duvranga eats a lot of damage and actually gets taken down by the prowling projectile. It's all going wrong now for Harvest as Oath falls as well, and now Zenigma can look at this Baron.
Tragedy has struck ROTM. We just saw a very sad series of events. So at this point, they have to try to hold on. Now, how do you try to hold on so that you can win this game? You basically just have to get the next dragon. You have to get Soul Point, and then you have to go for Elder. So until that happens, you need to just keep the waves not pushed into you. Make sure that you're controlling all of that. Make sure that any type of pushing that Zenigma's going to do, that you're there to meet it, and they don't get any more towers or objectives on your side of the map. And you just have to stall. That's your only real hope at this point. Stall out so that Twitch is stronger, stall out so that Vel'Koz is stronger, Diana's stronger, and hopefully you can get Soul and then Elder. That's all you really can do at this point. Maybe get a pick here and there because you have the potential with Malphite, Diana, Twitch going invisible, the hook from Nautilus.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities, and not going to find that one, it looks like. Just going to grab the clone. This is the scary part, is there's really no way to deal with this Darius right now. As much armor as Saint has, he cannot stand up in a side lane against the Darius, can only, do this and just kind of stall away and maybe walk away from the fight. But anywhere that this Darius has been, it feels like there's been good things happening for Zenigma.
Yeah, he's definitely doing well, and he's... Oh, there's a grab.
Yeah, there's a grab onto Lil Saint. Hits a big knock-up with the Unstoppable Force. They're trying to burn down the Darius, and they do. The Twitch doing a lot of damage from the outside now, but now Ziliak going in with the Cyclone, just getting the knock-up by a huge Zeri W as he walks on through. Zenkora finds the triple kill on the end of that one, and Oath is still just trying to split push, get back into the game, get his items, and the rest of his team dies and collapses in the top lane. And Zenigma can walk their way on through a lot of these structures in the base.
They could even end the game here if they just push real hard.
Oath has to try to defend, but with the Baron buff, it's going to be so difficult. Ooh, almost able. Oh, he does pick up the kill on the Yumi. I don't know that that matters hugely in the scheme of things. Never mind, he's got the rip on through. It's a triple kill for Oath, and maybe the Spaghetti Monster back into the game. Can he get the triple or the quadra? He cannot. The ace for Jason K. Boy, 23. But now he's got to evacuate the base because Matsuro is going to be hot on his tail here in just a second.
Victor just too strong right now. Victor's a strong champ. So, all right, Zenigma makes enough mistakes there that Rodham can hold on for a little bit longer. Excellent work by Vel'Koz to actually get some kills there and keep the game going.
Yeah, really impressive
I'm
little
sorry.
base defense. They lost a Nexus tower, but like you're still in it. You're not dead, and that's what really matters at this point. Now you have to deal with Top Felios though. In Dragon up in 3 seconds. Scrams and Duvranga are going to go ahead and start that one up. But be very careful about this Darius. This is still a scary man. He's like a cowboy. I'm not exactly sure about the lore on this skin, but they get the Cloud Soul finally. Maybe
Okay, good.
10 minutes later than they'd hoped, but get that in their back pocket. That doesn't suck. And now you have the big objective to fight over, the big Elder that'll be souped up by your 4 dragons when that eventually spawns.
Yeah, they're down 6,000 gold. However, if they can pick off the Zeri in a team fight, that's a good amount of damage you're taking off the board. And if they can pick off one other carry, whether that be Victor or Darius, they should be able to win a team fight here. The problem, though, is that I don't really know how you do that other than having Malphite go in and sacrifice himself for the greater good. Oh, God, these towers just...
Yeah, they're just
Oh my
paper at
God.
this point in the game. Scram's looking for the flank on the side with Oath. That Zeri W is so much damage, though. The changes they made to that changed it from like barely an ability to now you have to dodge this on cooldown, and
Yeah, Zeri's strong. I don't know why I don't know why Riot decided to make those changes, but I mean, we'll see what they do on the next patch because they got to revert.
oh, there's the
something.
group up, the big knockup from Lil Saint. Is the damage enough to finally pour on through? Oath gets a big ultimate, but Jason able to stay alive. But now the Moonfall into the backline from Scrams. He trades himself on the backline. Zenkora left to die by his teammates. Jason still trying to kite back away. Is the damage enough? He's been so critical on this Victor. Fuzzy walks forward, gets the little shield to try to keep him topped off. Duvranga has to play this very carefully, but it's Matsuro with his 2 carries to try to stave off the threat of Jason and Ziliak.
All right, good fight. That's how you have to do every single fight, Rodham, going forward.
Oh, Saint's almost got his ult back up. Saint's looking for it. Oh, he doesn't find... it's still going to be enough damage to finish off the Wukong eventually. So it did its job. It got the gap closer. And now Jason has to try to kite away. Going to put them in the gravity well. Duvranga really can't walk forward into that one. That's that's scary mode for the Twitch. The Twitch and Vel'Koz have to be so scared of the Victor right now. And that's so obvious, just the space control that the Victor has in this game.
Yeah, that's Victor's main strength right now is that Twitch and Vel'Koz are dead basically in 2 abilities from Victor. So their positioning is so important to the success of Rodham in this matchup. One small misstep by either of them could be their death and the end of a team fight. So good luck, Duvranga and Oath. Good luck. I definitely don't want to be feeling the stress that you're feeling on that right now. But they're here for Baron, and the only real competition they have is the Darius right there, who does catch them there. Now, are they going to call the challenge to the Baron, or are they just going to hand it over? Because it's
yeah,
dead
Top
in like a
Felios is
second.
still doing it. The Baron is dead. Now Top Felios separated a little bit from his team. He's going to eventually fall in this case, not be able to get the reset onto Matsuro, do anything completely nasty. But Baron and a kill for Harvest. They've got to get back and defend their base because the super minions pushing in the top lane are enough of a threat to maybe end the game with a Jason K-Boy teleport. So you have to be careful about that one. But now you have your stall button essentially for 230 to get to the Elder Dragon. You're not that far behind. You just have to find a way to kill this Victor and the Zeri. It sounds so simple when you put it like that, but they have a lot of protection.
Yeah,
and I really like the
all
way
of
that...
the ultimates.
Sorry.
Okay, so all of the ultimates for Rodham will be back up for this fight at Dragon. So we are going to see Malphite go in again. We're going to see the Nautilus throw his ultimate down. Hopefully, they're able to get a good enough engage to take out Zeri before she can even do anything. But if they don't do that, it's going to be a real struggle to beat them for this Elder Dragon.
Teleport coming in. This might be the time, actually. Look for the kill onto Jason K-Boy. He immediately goes into stasis. Has to stay alive, but they have enough CC to rip on through the Victor. Ziliak gonna fall. Zenkora just trying to kite away, but they don't have the Yuumi with them. She's just in the base right now. Why is Yuumi not with the team? But our team just forcing their way in. They get the 2 kills. They're working their way onto the Nexus towers. Top Felios trying to defend, getting a lot of damage through. Zenkora has it stacked up, has the lightning rush, has the dashes through. Scrams gets executed. Do they have the damage to actually track down any of these kills? Zenkora gets hit by another ability from Oath, but he walks into melee range of Lil Saint, taken down by Duvranga. Now it's just Top Felios and the Yumi on top, but he executes the Twitch, and Top Felios is going to survive. Saint is in the base. The Nexus turret falls, but the other one is still alive. Saint ults his way back over the Nexus to try to escape out of the bottom side with a little bit of extra movement speed. He's on out. But
Oh my
RTM
God.
can't end the game either. Top Felios and Fuzzy of Targon able to keep the base alive.
I thought it was all over there for a second. I mean, a few very big mistakes, but it doesn't cost them the game. It just costs them a bunch of objectives. So I guess, yeah, we're going to see another big fight here at Elder, because if either team gets Elder, the game's basically over at that point.
Yeah, 30 seconds. You want to do it again? All right.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it again. Malphite's got his ultimate up again. We can do it again.
Oh boy. I've lost words at this point in the game. The bottom lane tower finally falls after the minions get the push. Gold is within 2,000. It's pretty negligible at this point. 40 minutes into the game, 73,000 gold on each team. You know,
Yeah, gold
not a
doesn't
huge
matter anymore
deal.
at this point.
Scram's able to take down that little extra speedwagon, and they'll start their way on to the Elder Dragon. That's going to decide the game, I'm pretty sure, unless we get a full team wipe on both sides, which is a possibility the way these two teams have been scrapping. Saint into the back of the pit, able to clear out the pink ward, looking for his entrance. Gets pulled in by Top Felios. 4,000 health. Oath just trying to kite it back away. Scrams is nowhere near the pit right now. The ult comes down onto the Zeri. Scrams is looking for the initiation. Just going to get the Moonfall onto one, but Top Felios is into the backline, able to take down Duvranga, and Ziliak is tearing through as well. This looks like the fight for Zenigma. It's a double kill for Top Felios. Oath is able to set up, tear through with the Lifeform Disintegration Ray. He actually gets the shutdown onto Darius, but the Elder Dragon is still alive, and now getting torn through by Ziliak. It resets for just a second. Do they have the damage? What are they looking at? There's pings into the base right now. Saint's teleport is almost up. Is he looking to end the game, maybe? No, he can't. It's going to be the recalls. Scrams might look for the interrupts on these recalls. Oh, doesn't quite get one, but now Ziliak is here. He should win that 1v1 thanks to Elder Dragon. Yumi and Zeri are clearing the base right now, so I don't think we're going to get anything else. That's a 2-for-1 fight, and the game continues.
All right. Yeah, so the call was made to not actually go after the dragon. The call was made to actually fight Zenigma instead of just trying to finish the dragon off, not go for the 50-50 on the smite. And I'm not going to say that was the wrong call, but they definitely didn't play that fight correctly. It seemed like their focus was split up between a few different targets, and that's what cost them that fight more than anything.
Yeah, they weren't peeling for Duvranga, and they weren't all diving toward the Zeri. Caused that little bit of a split, but it still only cost them 2-for-1. Really big play by Oath to get that equalizing kill. If he'd fallen to Top Felios, that's game over. Or at least it's Elder on everyone. You don't get that shutdown, and you're in a much worse spot at this point. But as it is, you keep everything alive. Your structures have respawned, so you're actually the ones that are able to walk into this jungle and contest. Enemy all has an Elder. There's 50 seconds to go. I think they're still going to have Elder when the Baron spawns, which is an important little length of time, but they have to be careful about how they manage this wave. What is this battle bush? You can't pick the team with Elder. You can pick one person with Elder maybe, but you cannot pick the whole team, and they shouldn't be not grouped at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a really odd decision. It's four people just wasting a ton of time.
I mean, they don't have much that they can really be doing other than, like, somebody could shove that top wave. Somebody should grab this Gromp, I guess, and the crab. But other than that, like, this isn't like a huge waste of time. It's just not like the most efficient use of it.
I just don't like it when you're sitting still for more than 10 seconds.
They're watching them push mid. All of them are on map. Oh, they're going for the back door. Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh my god. RTM. They're over a ward now. The recalls are coming on through. Hex flash over the wall. Are they actually going to go for this? The inhibitor's going to respawn. All right, inhibitor, respawn. Going down, they get the pick on the inhibitor, and they get out. Saint?
Oh my
Okay, Saint
god.
flashes over the wall to hold his ult. Okay.
They were going Galaxy Brain on us. That wasn't a death push. That was them waiting for mid lane to push up far enough to go into their base.
They had the respawn timer on the inhibitor to the second when they walked in.
Oh
Topfelios
my
walking in,
God.
gonna get knocked up by the Nautilus ultimate. Just the little disengage, the little poke from the plasma ray. Lil Saint is looking. What is he looking for? The flank? He's caught. There's nowhere for him to go. Okay, he's ulting back over the wall to escape. What is going on?
Waste their
This
time.
isn't League of
2022.
Legends. What are we watching?
Tag, a very advanced version of Tag. That's what we're watching.
They lost their inhibitor tower on the bottom side. Twitch has to go back and catch this so the minions don't kill the inhibitor on the top. But now the Baron Vision is going to flip over to Zenigma. Matsuro is the only one waiting around the pit. Scrams is on the bottom side. Scrams is nowhere near. Is he going to walk down and go back toward the Nexus? He's walking into the base right now. They lose the inhibitor. Matsuro goes in for the interrupt. Twitch is trying to find anybody to interrupt the recall that he can. Lil Saint's over the wall. They get another recall. Diana's on the base right now, but we're not watching that. Instead, we're watching the Darius go down. Scrams not quite able to finish off. It's not even particularly close, but the fight actually goes their way. They get a couple of extra picks, and Oath and Little Saint and Duvranga are now walking in. It's 3v3 on the map. Duvranga, just dodges away from Ziliek. Now, a big knockup from Oath, just trying to get that damage back. Saint is now here to try to play bodyguard for his two carries. He's hitting S, the extra Wukong ability, now finally gets his clone back up. But this is a dangerous trio, and ROTM cannot engage with this one. They have to back away. There's another Elder Dragon spawning in 130. What is this game?
Focus so hard on trying to do these backdoor plays to kill the Nexus instead of just playing the game, for a lack of a better phrase, I guess. I mean, trying it once... Okay, cool. You tried it, didn't work out.
Ziliek? Okay.
You try it twice, it still doesn't work out. I don't think trying it 3 times is gonna get you any better results than the last 2 times you tried it. So I think at this point you need to get a pick. Make it a 5v4 matchup. Then maybe you can take that Nexus out.
Yeah, and look at the warding right now for Zenigma. They're obviously aware of this. They've warded the base entrances.
Yes,
with pink wards
they are
in their
well
base
aware that
to make sure that there's no backdoor ward for Saint to get onto. There's still a little bit of Baron left. Oh, Saint maybe looking for the pick. Oh, he revealed himself. I think he could have waited maybe for a little bit more target, but Zenigma is going to shove in mid. Duvranga right now is on the bottom wave. Elder Dragon spawns here in 20 seconds. Ziliek, able just to escape over the wall.
This fight will probably determine the game.
Oh, Duvranga's got a sick flank right now. He's invisible, but there's a ward that he's going to be spotted on. Is he going for the back door? Excuse me? Duvranga flashed over the wall. He's spotted on the pink ward. He's on to the Nexus right now. He's looking for it. Tearing his way on through. The auto attacks. He's got it. He's got the back door on the Nexus. Topfelios and Jason can't get there in time, and Harvest wins game 1.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. I'm a liar. 3rd time's a charm, apparently, on the backdoor opportunity. Holy crap.
All right. I don't have any more words. I'm cutting to break for a second. I'm going to run and pee while we load up the next game. You can talk if you want to. I'm done.
I just want a game here where crazy weird things aren't happening and it's a normal game of League of Legends. I want one of those. But I need to grab a drink because my throat is getting dry.
You hear Scatter?
Yeah,
Okay. You ready for the next one?
I guess I am.
All right. Do you
Holy
have
crap.
do you have someone on Dread added?
No, I don't. So I'll have to use I'll use the tournament code.
I don't think you can use the tournament code to spectate at this
Oh,
point.
after they get in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have them added, you'll have to go to OPGG and look somebody up.
Yep, I can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna load in and show it on stream. You might be able to spectate off of me if you're lucky. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But I'm loading in now, so hopefully it should be available to you. Oh, this is a team comp. All right. Boy.
I like hearing that.
Alright, there's things happening on the stream right now. I apologize. I'm gonna have to fix some of this shit. MCGP. Cool.
Oh wait, is Smitty on Dread?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have
Smitty.
I
Yeah.
have Smitty, so okay,
Okay.
cool. I'm coming in.
Skylar, if you're watching, I liked that backdoor, but I can't reply because I'm casting.
Yeah, that backdoor was.
Alright.
Okay, I'm in.
I'm drinking water. Okay. I'm hitting plus to go to live, so it's 2x speed for just a second, and then we'll catch
I'm
on
in.
up. It looks like Mim City gold plated, maybe on the LS tier list. They have the Senna plus Xerath bottom lane. You have the Lila top. You have Wukong and Yasuo. This feels like quite a team comp. And then ROTM somehow got Jin and Renata again.
Yeah,
Which
somehow they let it through.
blows my mind. After what happened in game 1, I would think that those would be the two champions that you change out.
Yeah, I mean, well, the Jin because that's an Atlas special, but
Yeah.
the Renata because Renata's ultimate, oftentimes in those team fights hit 4 of them. You know.
Mhm. Yeah, Smitty was very good at using that Renata ultimate, and if he has a similar game here, it's not going to be as effective because there's not the big auto attackers, but it still can really ruin the engage and what you're looking to do. But I like that it's a completely different look from Meme City. Like, this is a very different style of team comp to what they were
Yes.
running. Um, I'm also very curious about Renekton versus Lilia as a lane. No idea how that plays out. That's very interesting.
Yeah, he is strong. But...
Shout out to Matt Suro for gifting a sub. Thank you so much, by the way. I missed that while I was in the bathroom. Handshake, gonna pull in Elvis in the mid lane. Ignite ticking him down. Gid goes in, gets first blood, gets immediately turned around on. The classic Gid Shade Slayer gameplay. He trades 1 for 1. Oh, the bowling ball almost came on through and tagged Smitty. Might be a little bit of trouble here as he gets stunned up by the W from Senna.
Right.
But
Gid trades 1 for 1 again.
oh, it's the farming Xerath with the non-farming Senna. Oh. I missed that the first glance through. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's not the best combo with Senna the Xerath, but it's not like it's not good.
They're very strong champions, like aside from each other in this bottom lane right now. Together, not as strong, not as much synergy, but you have a hell of a lot of range.
Yes.
And if you can hit somebody with the Senna W, you can open up with the Barrage from Xerath. So you got that little bit of synergy, but it does take a bit before you have the damage to really do a whole lot.
Man, Lilia, I keep forgetting how strong Lilia is, and then I see her in these games, and I'm like, oh, right. I don't like her.
Yeah. Lilia, I think Lilia is a really cool champion. Oh, that stun! The Shock Orb is enough just to stall that one out. Now Walk Warlock is here to try to turn around the gank. Almost 5s for both junglers, so not seeing the ultimates come through just yet. And that's going to be it. Right of the Arcane and Curtain Call traded in the bottom lane, but no kills. Xerath has cool ability names. I like them.
Oh, wow. Somehow I was live, and then I got behind you again. Okay, I should be caught up again now.
Yes, every once in a while you drop frames and it just gets behind. I've had that happen when I cast.
So the biggest thing to point out here is the difference in CS in the mid lane. Yasuo with 71 and Zyra with only 31. Big deal, especially because Yasuo's a pain in the ass to try to deal with.
Yep, and here he is, last breath in. The knockup from Zyra gonna land to try to get him out. It doesn't have flash, doesn't need anything else. That was enough. Our team can't quite decide what they want to do. It looked like they wanted the dragon, but that momentary stall might be enough for Wukong to get in position to try to steal this one. Wok can go over the wall with his W if he wants to. Oh, he doesn't have flash. He's on Smite Ignite. What a man. What a monster. Git's going to be able to take that one. Wok is still going to look for it. Gets the Cyclone in, and
Game is paused.
somebody paused immediately once that fight happened. They say they can't pause.
Yeah, you can't pause in the middle of a fight. Bad form. To quote Captain Hook, bad form. Oh, my spectator's frozen now?
Yeah, it just does that. Every time you come back from a pause, it'll pick a time to freeze. This
Okay.
is just a thing that happens. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
It's usually the same freeze for the spectators. That's what we figured out.
So
'Cause now we're moving again. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the weird thing. They're even in gold, 13,000 apiece, even though the mid lane CS is so vastly different. So I would assume that the reason why they are tied up in the gold is because they got the dragon, and potentially they also got first blood. I can't remember who got first blood.
Yeah, Gid got first blood and then immediately died,
Okay.
and then you've got the CS advantage bottom lane. That's everything.
Yeah, cool. All right. So really curious to see how relevant Zyra's going to be in the late game, considering how far behind in CS she is, and it's going to be rough for her from this point on now. Hopefully she can get caught up in CS, but it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, this feels like a rougher Zyra matchup. I know it's the
feels
Aeropox
bad.
special, but it's this feels particularly rough. Oh, the Stranglethorn's not quite going to connect. Gid is here looking to try to help turn this one around. The ult from Zyra not doing a whole lot there, but Gid's starting to turn on through. Turns on the Jets with the Stormbringer in one last plant. Auto picks up the kill for Aeropox? Someone.
Yeah. You know, however his name goes.
Smitty in a little bit of trouble. Uses the bailout to try to turn that one around. They get the kill. Oh, it wasn't quite in time. It's just the trade of the supports in the bottom lane. Gid walking on up, but this is not a fight that he really wants, I think. Gonna get the extra shielding. Monlord just walks in. He didn't have the Meek to try to heal back up, but now the curtain's open in the bottom lane as Aeropox is roamed down. G2esports.com falls to the curtain call, and RTM gets an extra kill cross map.
Yeah. Strange decision up in top lane. Volibear, from the second he went in, that was not going to be their fight. But I guess, you know, they committed to it. You can at least say that much, that, you know, communication on the team is such that they're going to commit to it even if it is a bad fight. It still gives you a better chance to make something happen than if only one of you goes in on the bad fight.
Yeah. Or it could go really poorly and you lose both of you.
I mean, or it could go really poorly and you lose both people.
I feel like it has to have a chance of winning. That's kind of nasty. Elvis just showing off you can apparently EQ to a plant and just kill it in one shot.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, the E. Oh, my God.
It's just the E, yeah.
No, it's the E plus Q when he did the dash. Because the E does 2 damage and the Q does 2 damage. And the plants have 4 health.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so when he EQs or... No, just the E killed that. Huh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to claim how it works.
I mean, it just yes, it was strong, I guess.
It just works.
I guess it just works against her.
I mean, there's a reason they're improving the health of pets in the next patch. Like Zyra and Yorick and one other person, I forget who offhand, are going to get that little update. Oh, the Berserk only hits Elvis. Wok Warlock able to pick up the Rift Herald and a couple of extra souls for good faith. Oh, he's not going to go pick those up. That's actually like 150 gold he's leaving on the table there. Right of the Arcane over the top. That's, yeah, not going to really work out for G2.
Nobody dies.
Nobody dies, but it's a lot of time wasted, and you're not doing a whole lot on the map. RTM...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, not applying pressure mid particularly well. You didn't get that farm on Zyra. She's really trying. Oh, didn't get that cannon. Oh,
Yeah, she's trying real hard, but it just keeps going not so great.
you have the first strike gold. I wonder if that's actually what's keeping her in it. Can you see
Yeah,
that? No, you can't in the client.
no, I can't.
Oh no, you can. Hover over that. No, never mind. First strike is on cooldown, and that's all it says. Rift Herald going to be trapped mid by Walk. Good Faith is here to try to collect some of that gold. Didn't get in range of it, so 320 gold to Good Faith. Yeah. Um, no notes right
All
now.
right.
Uh,
I was trying to figure out a way to check the first strike gold, and I can't figure out a way to see
yeah,
it.
I don't think you can in the client. You definitely could while playing it, but no way right now. Good Faith going to get engaged on and immediately taken down, actually. The Zyra ult finishing that one off. Walk has to use the Cyclone to try to get away from Gid. The Bear just tanking up everything. Walking on through. Finishes off one. Elvis now gets rooted up. Fourth shot coming on through. Plus Gid's auto is enough to save him. The
Ooh.
bailout not even needed. And King Julian's feet not really able to get involved just yet on the Lilia. No finished items means that it's going to be a little bit difficult. Oh, bowling ball? Oh, that would have been cheeky had that one hit. They have to be careful because G2esports.com is going to have Rite of the Arcane up in just a second. If Gid stays a little bit too long, doesn't get the heal up, needs the W resets in the shield here, or the plants to tank it up. W? Okay, there's the heal.
Okay. All right.
I'm not as scared anymore. Shock Orb's going to land. Oh, into the sleep. Smitty might die. Now the Rite of the Arcane coming up. He's got the bailout movement speed. He's fine? Oh, no, he gets taken down. Very sad. Throws the ult out just to make sure that Atlas isn't going to die. Respect that. Gets the captive audience. Aeropox over the wall? Oh, the plant damage? Okay, not quite enough. That would have been really cheeky. There's a lot of weird little interactions. Like, never mind, Atlas! Excuse me, Atlas!
Of course.
I wonder how many kills he's got with that Gale Force so far. Like, he had, what, 11, 12 kills in that last game? He probably
Yeah.
had 4 or 5 with the Gale Force. There's another one
he-
to go for his count.
Yeah, the Gale Force allows Atlas to play Jin like an assassin more than anything else. This is how he plays.
Yeah, Gid is playing Volleybear like Volleybear, trying to chase down G2esports.com, going to take the Shock Orb to the back. A little unfortunate. Not quite enough move speed. He still has the Chem Tank if he really wanted to, but just going to get away for now. There's the handshake. Make him kith, and they'll back away.
Man, okay. So lots of things have happened over the last couple of minutes. We have a lot that we could talk about.
I
but
feel
the
like
one
we
thing-
could do that with any gold game. Just
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
things have happened. Not all of them are good. There's some
Things are
things.
happening all the time. One thing I want to point out is the vision score difference in the bot lane between these two teams. Because it's better for the side of Rodham right now. But if you look at where the wards are placed, it's a different story. Where, I forget the name of the other team here in this game.
Meme
but,
City gold plated.
Right. Gold plated has a lot of really good wards placed in their own jungle so that they can spot if anybody comes in there. Whereas Rodham doesn't really have any wards placed in any really good positions right now, and they need to start placing some more wards around the map.
Well, it's a 2,500 gold lead somehow for RTM. I'm not going to look too carefully into the math of that one, and neither should you. I can hit X and show you. A lot of it is Gid. He's got a 1,000 gold lead by himself. He's a very strong bear right now, and he's going Tiamat, which is not a traditional volley bear item, but he's going for it nonetheless. Monlower burning. That's a lot of burn damage, actually. That'll finish him off as Waka Warlock gets the kill with his Ignite on the Wukong that he, for some reason, has.
Yeah.
Paid
Getting
off.
caught out there.
But yeah.
I want to know what the draft was for this game, and if I want to know what the reason was for picking the Renekton.
Renekton seems fine into Lilia. I don't know what it brings to your team composition as a whole necessarily, but
Yeah,
it feels like a good matchup into the Lilia. It's really good into the Yasuo if you wind up with that. I don't know if the Yasuo is like a flex or if that's a thing that was considered, or even the Wukong, the Renekton's pretty decent against.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just want to know why they didn't just go with Camille again.
That's also fair.
Is what I'm curious about.
Oh, Atlas! Jesus Christ, that man had a family. Not anymore though. He's dead. Gid. looking for the turn in mid lane with Aeropox. They'll get the right of the Arcane over, the Stormbringer tearing on through. They get the knock up, the double kill for Gid Shadeslayer as he takes down more than just Shades in that fight, and ROTM will rotate on through mid.
All right, time to get a tower. That's exactly what they're going to do. That gold lead is going to be 4,000 pretty soon. Yep,
There it is. Calling your shot. Nailed that one.
Yep, I'm aiming for the fences like Babe Ruth with a really, really easy pitcher. So it's 11-5. It is 2 dragons to nothing. It is 2 towers to nothing. Game is very heavily favored for Rodham right now, but they do have an infinite scaler on the side of gold-plated in Senna. So they have a chance late game with her, not to mention having Yasuo with a ton of damage, and the Lilia is always a good champion right now. So they could still pull it back in the end. But they have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to do so.
Yeah, what I think is interesting is we haven't seen... Like, you would think Walk Warlock would just hang out around mid and force with Elvis. You get the knockup from Cyclone immediately into the last breath. That should be a dead Zyra. Like, there's no world where Zyra doesn't die without, like, stopwatch or flash, right?
Yeah.
And if
lowest health pool in the game, and catching her out is just way too easy with Yasuo. I mean, he did it earlier in laning phase where Zyra would snare him as he threw the tornado out, but she would be knocked up in the air for so long that by the time the snare wore out, Yasuo would still be able to go in with his ultimate. Mm-hmm. It's just not a good matchup in general for her.
And then Wukong can stealth in and find a Cyclone pretty readily. Right to the Arcane over the top, Gid looking for the engage. Gonna just hit the clone for Wukong, unfortunately, and King Julian's feet and Elvis now looking for that counter engage. No, where's the knockup? Where's the Cyclone? If Walk Warlock had played that just a little more aggressively, you could have had a huge knockup going for Elvis, but instead it's the Dragon set up for ROTM. They're going to clear out this pink ward. Oh, bowling balls. Really dangerous over the wall. Gid is still looking for it, but now Monlower is here. Just gets the stun up. The Senna falling apart pretty quickly in that one. G2esports.com trying to kite back away with the Xerath, and now he's trapped underneath the tower with nowhere to go, being hemmed in. This is just play safe under tower. No, it's on that one. Monlower taken pretty low. A huge Stormbringer over the wall, trying to equalize, but he gets torn through. Elvis now looking for blood, gets the double knockup, doesn't have the last breath just yet, but the sleep coming through for King Julian's feet, trying to turn this one back around. Aeropox, the last one left alive for ROTM, trying to kite his way out. Does he have any cooldowns? Does he have anything? Oh, doesn't hit the Stranglethorns, but the slow plant applies the Leandries. Now he's got the stopwatch available. Does he have the Q? Does he have a plant? He does not. He gets shut down by King Julian's feet, and it's an ace for Meme City Gold-Plated and their first dragon of the game.
Yeah, no real reason to try to dive the Xerath under the tower. You could have just... The better decision would have been to just go for the dragon. I mean, yeah, Xerath can try to steal it from over the wall, but you had Smite. There was no reason to not go for dragon in that instance.
Yeah, the health bars just weren't quite there for a refight entirely, and you already saw that Meme City was all there. They had to walk the long way around the embankment, so yeah, you had a little bit of time to dive, but probably not the correct decision. But I always like the aggressive decision. They're showing it. They went out for blood. They really forced home the fact that Xerath can't stand underneath tower against 4 of them. Sometimes it's about sending a message, and in this case, the message is Xerath dead. And that's
sure. It's about sending a message, but at the end of the day, the gold lead went from 4,000 to 1,000.
I can't argue with that analysis, but I can give you a meme, okay?
I get it. I mean, I appreciate the gumption and the balls to go for it. But I would rather just see them play that smart and go for the ballsy play like later on when they're going for like a Baron or they're going for a 50-50 on a dragon or something.
Look at getting Aeropox. Oh no, Atlas is gonna get caught now because the rest of his team is in a battle bush. Smitty with the teleport or the Hexgate flank, not quite able to find the ultimate. We went to bot lane briefly.
Okay.
What a play!
All right.
What a game. League of Legends. Right, let's go.
Yeah, spectate client. Yeah. All right, so they're going back to push mid, which, yes, good idea. Yasuo wants to split push top lane, though, maybe get that tower, but
Boy,
I don't think he's
Monlower's a
going to be able
man.
to.
Look at this build. He went
he's a big
Prowler's
man.
Claw.
He wants the 1v1.
Big Sleep coming out, gonna hit both of the carries on ROTM. This is a really good fight for Meme City if they can fight it. They'll take down Aeropox. He'll die eventually off of that bailout. Xerath doesn't have to go too far to hit a couple of ults, and now we're gonna watch him. This is a little awkward. You can always tell when characters miss their ults in the Spectate client because it focuses on them rather than the targets. Re-engage,
Yes.
looking for King Julian's feet. They'll get the shutdown. Atlas able to pick that one up. Walk Warlock trying to kite back away, and he'll successfully walk away from the fight. But somehow this is just a 1-for-1. That should have gone so well for Meme City. Is Monlower looking for this? Is this real life, or is this just fantasy?
Monlower hit the tower.
G2's caught in a landslide. There's no escape from this crocodile. I can't continue Bohemian Rhapsody. He's fine? No.
You
Okay.
tried. I appreciate the attempt. I mean, that was not a good display of how to do a dive just now. Yeah, he tried.
If he had
tried.
tanked one less tower shot, he gets out of there.
Yeah.
Or if he somehow gets a little more healing. I don't know how you coax it out exactly, but yeah, it could have been a little bit cleaner. But he, again, it sends a message, and that message is,
Sends a
I'm
message.
willing to trade 1-for-1. I trust my team 4v4. Do you?
Yeah, it's
God, that's so disgusting.
like
This-
it's not about it's not about the smart play. It's about the play that makes the other team wonder what the hell is going through your head and what you're willing to do.
If this man's crazy enough to do this, I don't know
Yeah.
that I want to be in a side lane with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you get
I
that
have no-
advantage later on.
I don't know what he's gonna do now. I mean, I thought I knew what he's on Renekton. I thought I knew what he was capable of. I was wrong.
This is a good push from RTM. They've kind of flipped the map a little bit, made the spot lane their strong side, and now a little extra damage there from King Julian's feet. Some interesting builds coming through. So first thing I wanted to highlight was the Umbral Glaive on Senna. That item is absolutely disgusting on that champion because now you can kill wards from the next zip code, which isn't really fair. Frozen Heart is finished up on King Julian's feet, which I don't think you get the most value out of this game, but I don't hate it necessarily against the Renekton and Volibear. It's just such an efficient item. And the CDR on Lilia is really good. I might have preferred to see a little bit more damage because I think that you're lacking a little. It's weird to say with 5 damage champions, but we haven't seen that big pop really come out. Oh, good faith.
Yeah.
That's a good ward. Able to spot the battle bush happening from ROTM.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good route.
Ooh,
That's a
good catch.
really good route by Aeropox, and they get the pick onto King Julian's feet to start that one out. The ult coming on through, not quite going to be able to tag Walk Warlock, so they can't find the second engage, but a really good pick orchestrated by Aeropox and the Tangle Barbs. I
Still
think that's
weirded
right.
out by the Prowler's Claw on Renekton, but we'll see how
It's-
well that works out.
So it's really fun because you ult to get Max Fury, and then you Prowler's Claw W, and
Yeah.
you just kill somebody. It's very funny when it works and you have a lot of damage. Because it also, since you have 3 autos, you also get the Blade of the Ruin King, you get the proc, the speed boost. Like, it's a very fun build. I don't know that it's like the most effective or the most stat efficient build, but it's very, very fun. And that's what matters sometimes.
That's what matters.
Teleport for King Julian's feet. This is really scary. Smitty gets knocked up and taken down before he's able to even cast his ult. Now Monlower trying to kite back away. Atlas gets hit by the bowling ball, and he'll be taken down by King Julian's feet. And Meme City find themselves a huge team fight win.
There we go. That's what they needed, and now they're gonna move on to Baron right away. It looks like, but oh yeah, they are. That's the right call here. I mean, Zyra can't really stop that from happening, and there's enough time that you're going to be able to kill it, even though you don't have your jungler present. Don't need him.
Yeah, they have enough damage on their team. If they do it too slowly, though, Zyra can get in position, and their magic resist gets really shredded by Baron. And they're bouncing this back and forth between a couple of them. This could be really scary if he can get in the spot to ult. Aeropox? There's the ult. Oh, he didn't get quite in range, just throws the E over the wall, and gets taken away by G2esports.com, and Meme City have themselves a Baron, and now I'd hazard to say a minor lead in this game. They have about a 1,000 gold lead. They have the Baron buffs ticking. They need to make sure that they don't lose this Dragon, but they're feeling okay right now.
Yeah, and Rodham can still take Dragon at this point. The Baron's not going to stop them from being able to do that. But they still have to watch all the side lanes and their mid lane from getting pushed now. It is possible that we could see a split push from either the Lilia or even the Wukong to try to just take out one of these outer turrets, but it doesn't look like they're positioning to try to do that at all because everybody's focusing on around the Dragon Pit here for some reason, even though it's 3 minutes away.
Well, no, you're right. It's just 3 minutes away. I don't understand. This is a position for Gid to have worked himself into. Gonna get the stun onto King Julian's feet. There's no one from his team to really help out, but it doesn't look like Meme City are completely aware of that one. Aeropoc's gonna hit a bunch of damage. That's a lot coming out of the Xerath. Gid just trying to tear through, gets a little stun. Jhin ult opened up. There's a lot of things happening, but none of them are particularly threatening right now. Renekton is continuing to work his way. They've got the isolated matchup that maybe you wanted at the start of the game with the Renekton into the Yasuo. Gid gonna get stunned now. Hits another right of the arcane shot. He's pretty low, and so is Aeropox. So this isn't like a re-engage angle, I think, for ROTM. Especially the amount of poke that they've sustained, that they've been hit by. Just the Lilia and Xerath in particular, doing a lot of work and pushing ROTM off of these waves and making sure that they can't set up at full health.
Yeah. Renekton tried to get a decent flank off there, but never got anything going in their jungle moving up to mid lane. So it almost would have been better for Renekton to just stay bot lane and keep getting CS and push that lane. But that's hindsight. Hindsight's 2020. And now they're still sticking around the Dragon Pit. It's still a minute and a half away, but that's the right time to start setting up your wards and getting rid of their vision.
I still worry. Don't mind that. So it's the full recalls resets for Meme City. You can see King Julian's feet's going to have his teleport up just in time, about 30 seconds separated from when that actually spawns. So he should be able to get this top tower. Gid is not healthy, and is going to continue not being healthy, and is sitting on 1,200 gold. Monlore has 1,100. Jhin has about 800. None of them have been back to base to actually top off their items here, or top off their health and mana. I just worry a little bit about that coming into the fight. Aeropox just used teleport to go to top lane?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a decision.
It feels like the fundamentals are there. Like we're fundamentally in the right place, but we're not all there in the right place, and that.
Yeah, and the timing
that's a little
is
worrying.
On what everybody's doing.
Yeah, and even Meme City struggling a little bit now, but they're now set up. Elvis is on the flank. Gid just looking for the encase, just trying to run in the front door for this fight. But Monlore is behind. Look at the flank right now. They get the pull in. They're going to be able to take down the Senna to start out the fight. Monlore not even needed. He's chasing off the Yasuo on the bottom side. Really looking for Elvis right now. If he can track this one down with maybe a little bit of help, this could be really devastating. They get the stun. There's a lot of damage finally coming through, and there's the power of that Renekton build. Gid gets the stun onto King Julian's feet. He's eating a lot of damage.
All right.
He's got Force of Nature. He's got Force of Nature, and he's still eating that much damage. Monlore over the wall, gets the stuns. So much damage coming through onto G2 Esports. Monlore looking for the solo kill. The Dragon goes down, and now the Stormbringer over the wall for Gid. They'll eventually finish off the Xerath, and the Wukong soon to follow. King Julian's feet just trying to kite away from the Renekton. Will eventually hit the Blast Plant out to safety. But overall, it's 4 kills for ROTM. They get the Dragon, which gives them Hextech Soul for the second game in a row, and they'll walk on in mid lane.
Yep, just get the mid lane tower here. That's all you have to do. And at that point, you can reset.
Oh, Gid?
Buy some items.
Ooh, Gid almost died to the turret.
Yeah.
He's still staying. Go home,
Wow,
Gid. Okay. Oh, no, that bowling ball. Monlower is ticking down, too. The Senna ult just rips through, and they don't have anything left to follow. My God, the plant applies the Hextech? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
That was disgusting. Oh, no, the bowling ball. Okay. I
All
keep
right,
seeing
so
the zaps from the Hextech things onto the plant. Elvis? What?
oh
How
no,
did he know? How did he do that fast?
he warded it.
He warded it after, I thought.
No, he threw the ward down and then spotted him and threw
Okay.
the Q out.
Well, that's actually pretty big. That's 40 seconds of no Mon lower and no teleport to come back. You've got 31 seconds on the Baron, so you can't get in position before the Baron spawns. Ooh, Elvis just straight walking in. Smitty not able to find any of his crowd control. Where's the help really coming from? Now he gets the wind wall in, goes in onto Aeropox. The stopwatch trying to help out. Alice has to flash away from last ride of the arcane. Get is in. Now Smitty casts his ult. The Wukongs are beating on each other. That's not self-love, if you were wondering. Elvis still pretty healthy, dashes on through the red buff, able to take that one. Smitty falls. It's just Atlas left alive to try to defend. He's got the fourth shot. King Julian's feet can't quite get there, and they don't have the range to get over the wall. But now it's Monlore and Atlas versus the world. No Walk Warlock, so no Smite again on this Baron for Meme City gold plated, but the other four members still alive.
It's a riskier Baron take this time around because Jin is back there to try to steal it. I mean, still worth going for. The odds are still in their favor.
Yeah, Curtain Call opened up 6,000 health. It's not even particularly close. The wind wall coming through might actually save this one. 3,000. Now he gets the health check on the Baron. Where's the fourth shot coming from? Oh, it took it down to 100. Oh, that was so close, but it's not there for ROTM. And Elvis is able to secure that Baron somehow on Yasuo while he wasn't in the pit. I guess he threw a tornado over for the secure. Not really
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really wanted to make sure that Jin wasn't going to be able to steal that, somebody should have sat behind the Baron in the pit so that they would have stopped the bullets from even reaching Baron. But they still ended up getting it anyway.
Yeah, a little more risky than they maybe needed. They were also worried about the Renekton, I think, which
is a fair concern. We've seen him blow people up.
Yeah,
he can do it.
Especially with your magic resist shred. I always harp on this one, and then I don't see people take advantage of it. Baron shreds magic resist like none other. If you can pop an AoE magic damage ability over the wall, it just, oh my god, Good Faith is dead. It's another good pick for Aeropox. They're going to chain that one into the pick on Xerath. The sleep only going to land onto Gid, and with two picks immediately after, I don't know what ROTM can get right now, but it's going to stall out that Baron push for sure, and it makes it that much harder for Meme City to be out on the map. Monlower's got King Julian's feet separated, so it's 4v2 right now. It's just the Yasuo and Wukong, but this is a pretty deadly combo if they're able to find the right engage. Now Monlower walking over. All 5 for RTM here, pushing in with normal minions against Baron minions. Windwall up, but Monlower and Gid just walk on through the Windwall, and they'll knock down the tower. In mid lane, work their way on the inhibitor. Oh, Bowling Ball lands onto the 2 carries. No trigger pull there. Oh, he doesn't have it. No ult from Julian's feet just yet. No lilting lullaby. And everybody going to back off. 2 minutes before Elder spawns. RTM going to finally take a little break.
Take a break, yeah. I didn't like the play originally, but they got the tower and the inhibitor, and then they backed off. I was concerned about Renekton not staying bot lane, because if you're able to split their focus, that's better than having Lilia follow Renekton back to mid lane, but Lilia just never followed him, so it worked out.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue for Meme City is you have no wave clear between Wukong and Yasuo, unless you have Tornado up, which you don't on command. So it's just hard to clear that wave if there's 5 people walking at you. So I think it's a fair play given that those were the champions up. I don't know if that's the consideration that was there, or it was just, we have minion, push, but it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. So the next thing that needs to happen here for Rodham if they want to win this game, they're only 1,000 gold up, but again, we're getting late enough into the game that the gold lead doesn't matter as much as it used to. But the next thing that they need to do is get another tower here, whether that's bot lane or top lane is their choice. But let the supers push mid while you get another tower and you put pressure in another lane. All 5 of you can go there because the other team needs to split up their focus between supers and you guys anyway.
A lot of damage on the Gid. That Force of Nature is paying dividends, but it still doesn't make him look particularly tanky. Just getting shredded on through, although not as untanky as Good Faith. That's just a Zyra plant. That was 3 autos of a Zyra plant that did that. Monlore getting the Okay.
Okay, that was silly.
I liked that.
That was silly. Yeah, they're hovering around Dragon, which yes, it's Elder and they need it. But there's a lot of fighting going on
Oh,
before this thing spawns.
yeah, there's so much poke on both teams that you can just see little abilities being exchanged. It's much different than a lot of games where you're looking for that standoff, you're waiting for the big initiation moment. No, it's just there's a bunch of poke abilities that you have to dodge.
Yeah.
This is more like an ARAM than it is a regular game. Aeropox uses his ult just to try to catch out King Julian's feet. They're trying to get in onto the Lilia. Big Renata ult, excuse me, but they're turning it back around. The Yasuo and Wukong combo is pretty big, but now it's just G2 Esports and good faith. Atlas and Aeropox able to stay alive. Gid stays alive and gets the little heal. G2 Esports with the flash, or with the Q over, but it's not enough damage. Atlas gets stunned by the shock orb. Do they have the damage? Can they close the gap? Gid gets the smite down for the slow. Looking for it. There's the captive audience. Gid is fine. He gets the heal off of it, and now the Elder Dragon potentially for our... No, they're going for the game. They sense some blood in their eyes. It's Aeropox teleporting into the base 22 seconds before anybody spawns. He's got some damage down. He's got some plants he can throw out as well to try to get these minions off of him. Nexus turret number 1's going to fall. Atlas and Gid are on the way. He's ulting the plants for a little bit of extra health and damage. Atlas and Gid are here, working their way on it. Good Faith is in 4 seconds. 3, it's not going to be in time. It's a 2-0 for Rodham Dread.
Wow, very nice. Very nice work, Rodham. And it ended up being that even though Zyra got flame horizoned by the Yasuo, didn't really end up mattering because she was
I think I lost
still
Scatter.
able to pump out
Oh.
lots of damage in the team fights. Great. Good job there. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, my mic always cuts out when I'm loading back into the lobby after
Oh,
game's over.
okay. I I just lost you for a second, but yeah, it's a 2-0 for Dread. They improved to 2-0. Really well done by them. And yeah, now let's see what memes we have in store for Harvest game number 2. I don't know why I copied the draft. Scram sent me the draft link for this game. They're like 22 minutes in. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, dear God.
All right, I'm loading.
All right, let me find... There we go.
Oh.
All right, Whiplash. Here we go.
Oh. These are League of Legends champions for sure. Boy.
I need to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. No problem. I don't know what's happening. It looks like
Okay,
things
false
are
alarm.
happening. Okay.
Thought I heard my daughter crying in her crib, but no, everything's okay.
That's good to hear. Things don't look particularly okay right now for Heart. Never mind, they're turning this back around. So we just watched Sheila, second Rift Herald, slam through a couple of towers in mid lane. Oh, Saint's gonna walk forward. Mordekaiser
Wait,
doesn't.
they're red side again?
Yeah, they're red side again.
Oh, I thought for sure they just swapped to blue side this game. Okay, never mind.
No, they're red side again. It looks like everything played out. I don't want to say similarly to last game, but once again, top Pelios only is a monster on Darius.
Again, yep.
So something worth watching. It looks like Oath
we
has
got
had
the
a
Zeri.
yeah. Oath has had a little stronger game in mid lane. We have Zeri, Renata, which are 2 very good champions against Twitch Blitzcrank.
Sticking with the Twitch, which I get it. Devranga has a good Twitch. I
Yeah.
understand. Devranga though, Matsuro on the Blitzcrank though. I don't know how to feel about Blitzcrank in general right now. Just because I feel like if you're gonna take a hook champion, why not take Nautilus or Thresh instead, who both offer more utility and other things for you than Blitzcrank does.
So I understand that argument, but Matsuro's Blitzcrank.
Okay,
Counter
so
argument.
that's the reason. Okay.
So I will go on record. I am much more scared of Matsuro's Blitzcrank than I am of his Thresh. He's nasty good at Thresh. Like,
Okay.
absolutely dirty, devastating. I will not play against his Blitzcrank. Just FF that one.
Okay.
Just because that champion is so all in, you get hooked by Thresh. You can you can navigate that. You can counterpick it. You can do a couple of things. Blitzcrank, you just die if it's played correctly, and um, usually Matsuro has really good games on it. If he's feeling his Blitzcrank, if he's comfortable enough to pick it, it usually goes pretty well. They have a lot of tools to help him with that. Um, in particular, you can turn out the lights with Nocturne,
Yeah.
and then you can't see the full range of the Blitzcrank hook, which is just disgusting. That
Yeah.
combo, not fair.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Fair point.
Oath is looking for this in bottom lane. They've got the Paranoia in looking for... Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Annie's got a little bit of burst, as it turns out. That's why LS likes that champion. And Tibbers is here. We found out his name is Tibulk, I think, and he's like a lesser demon.
Oh, really?
Was like a lore thing that happened not too recently.
Huh. Interesting.
I just kind of caught up on some of the lore stuff, and then
Yeah.
they released
I don't pay attention.
they released the teaser for the new champion. I already forgot her name. She's not important.
Oh,
What's important is
Neela.
Neela. Okay. Saint's in Cyber Brazil right now with Ziliak. He's not going to find his way. He'll find his way out of Cyber Brazil, but he's not going to be happy to see what's on the other side. RTM maybe going to look for something on the end. Saint has done really well avoiding some of this little critical damage, but he's headed to the wrong side of the map right now. Still going to get spotted on a ward, now headed into the blue buff area. We'll see how much Zenigma wants to devote to chasing him down. But in comes a teleport from Oath, trying to find a little bit of damage. Zenkora gonna get laid into. It's 1v1s all across the map right now. Matsuro and Oath try to fly away, but Top Helios only is there for the kill. Duvranga now gets caught into no man's land. The Zeri ult is enough to finish that one off, and Scrams does get a kill with the smite. He'll eventually get shut down by the Darius, and Saint not able to join because he wasn't healthy after the first one, and Matsuro really not able to find anything of value during that fight either. So it's 3 for 2, and now all of a sudden Zenigma gonna start up the Baron.
Yeah, that was a messy series of events. Everybody was just kind of all over the place. There wasn't really a lot of focus going on for one thing or another.
All right.
I would love to see the Blitzcrank steal this, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, no smite on Ziliak, so it was definitely possible, but they're able to take care of the Baron. That'll go on to 4? Yeah, everyone but Zeri has it. So
yeah. I mean, and good job on keeping Zeri down. I mean, the CS difference is actually nuts, and also the difference in the kills.
Oh,
as
this
well.
is
Also
Mountain Soul
pretty
for
crazy.
ROTM. Somehow they found
Mountain's
all of
nice.
the objectives early again. Saint is walking in. He's going to find Ziliak, who hasn't been able to heal after everything. They're going immediately in onto the bear. Stormbringer out. He's able to escape for the time being. Matsuro gets a hook onto Fuzzy of Targon. They're starting to burn through the Renata, but Duvranga just gets focused down by the Victor. Now Saint finds a kill in his dungeon, finds another one to try to turn. Top Helios only is just in melee range of everyone. The hook not quite able to come on through, but Tibbers is just beating down on everyone. Matsuro gets the knock up. Top Helios able to kill Tibbers. Scrams doesn't find it with the Duskbringer. Jason is still healthy. Oath has a stun. Does he have a ability up? He's got the shield, got the stun now onto Jason. Matsuro is hanging around looking for anything he can, but the flash forward from the Victor finishes that one off. The burn damage from Victor isn't quite enough to finish off Matsuro, but he can start to chase him down, and Matsuro eventually able to escape. These fights are very, very close, but again, we're seeing Zenigma, who I didn't change the scoreboard to, Zenigma come away with just the slimmest wins.
No, this is this Enigma?
Yeah, this is Enigma.
Okay, I can't keep the team straight tonight at all.
They have dumb names, it's fair. Meme City is like intentionally dumb, but Zenigma is like one of those, oh, we're Zen and we're an Enigma. We're mashing those words together. We're so cool.
So cool and edgy.
But yeah, Meme City I can at least appreciate because like we're leaning into being a meme. Like Meme City gold plated because we're gold.
Yeah, that's fun.
Like great. Fun. Zenigma Infinity is really stupid.
I hope they're watching this.
I criticize. I won't stand up for Return of the Middle Sticks. I don't think it's the best name. I don't think it's the best branding. I'll lean into it though. We'll make it silly. We'll make it terrifying. We have options. You know, you can criticize it all you want. I think our logo is pretty cool. Not the best, but pretty cool. Um, yeah, but no, like every team I'll go through and critique their logo at some point and their name. Um, you gotta get your amateur esports branding correct.
Yeah.
I think
Would
there's
would
ways to do it and there's ways to not do it.
would you have been happier with their name and logo if it was just Enigma?
Yeah, I'd take Enigma Infinity. That makes
Okay.
more sense than let's invent a new word.
Okay. All right. I just want to know where you stood on
I'd even
like.
take Zen Infinity. Zen Gaming, that seems fine. Then you
Sure.
have to be really laid back though, and that's
Yeah.
doesn't really be conducive all the time to everything. Oath is gonna find a big Tibbers on the backside of this fight, but the Berserk just tearing through. Duvranga kills everyone on the backside of the fight
Oh no.
after the Rat-a-tat, and now he gets jumped on by the Volley Bear. Into the backline goes Darius. He gets one execution. Saint is able to fend off a couple of members of Zenigma. It's a double kill for the Mordekaiser. Tapelios falls. Scramps is able to stay alive. He's burning due to that passive. They can't catch the victory. He's the last one left alive. But again, the small map advantage is going to Zenigma. They get the inhibitor tower, and they continue to have stronger map states after we loaded into the game. Maybe we shouldn't have loaded in. Our team was doing all right before that, I guess.
Yeah, we're the jinx here apparently.
Scrams is doing that build again. Ugh. Vaughn says he's a believer in this build. I can't
right.
go against Vaughn, but what I can say is it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. It
Well,
feels really weird.
it didn't make any sense to Vaughn in the original discussion, but then he thought about it. So I do think it's kind of funny though. I just want to say this for my own sake. I think it's kind of funny how our the coaching session this week was all about enchanter supports, and we don't have an enchanter support for middle sticks this game.
Yeah, if there's one person who's not going to play Enchanter supports, I hope it's Matsuro. I really like watching him play Thresh and play Blitzcrank like way too much.
I don't know. It's just after the coaching session, I just expected to see nothing but enchanter supports from the teams this week.
God, I'm getting tagged in so many memes in the Aegis Discord. I don't know what's going on. All right. I had 4 notifications on Discord, and I was like, "Oh God, something's happening." And then I look, and it's just like, "Oh, it's just 2 memes I got tagged in twice." Okay, whatever.
Fair enough.
I appreciate the memes, but while I'm casting, it's hard. you know. Always tag me in memes. If you see a meme and you're like, "Man, Maris would like that," just send me a meme. I don't care if we don't talk. I'll love it. I'll treasure it. I'll give you a meme rating if that's what you want. DMs are open. Please, nothing offensive. Maybe try to keep it safe for work during the day as well.
Yeah.
Would also be ideal. Saint, this is not safe for work for him. Trying to find anything that he can. Oath into the backline. Not really able to find too much on the summon Tibbers. Into the backline, though, goes Scrams. He's trying to tear through Zenkora. It's just not quite there. This is disjointed from ROTM. Oh, Zen able to stay alive thanks to the bailout. They're able to tear through Darius eventually. Duvranga is alive, but Zeliek is trying to make sure that that's not going to happen. Bear versus Rat is a little bit of a mismatch, but Matsuro keeps him alive by hooking over the wall. The Victor damage is huge, though. Jason K. Boy finishes off that kill, and now Inhibitor will eventually go down. Maybe an extra tower, maybe a dragon. Who knows? There's a lot of things available now for Zenigma.
You let him have the victor again against the Twitch, and yeah. Okay, so we got the inhibitor going down here. At this point, they should recall and reset. They shouldn't push their luck too much here. Eddie's back up. We got Nocturne back up, and yep, there he is. Mordekaiser is also back up.
Yeah.
So good choice to back out. They might be able to get Dragon as they leave. Yep, there they go. Zeri took it down.
The Zeri solo dragon special. Why not?
Yeah, so they got some nice advantages here on the map with all the towers they've taken out, all the pressure they can put all over the place here, and they've got a 4,000 gold lead at 30 minutes. So, Rodham needs to start playing these fights better. That last fight was the most disjointed one we've seen, but we've seen a few other disjointed fights as well leading up to that one. I don't know if they're just not on the same page with some of the ultimate activations and when to engage the fights. Like we saw that last time, Mordekaiser went in way too early compared to the rest of the team, and then Nocturne tried to make up for that, but it wasn't.
Ooh, they're
very
trying to pull the
successful.
trigger on Saint here in the mid lane. He's got the Death Realm available just to try to stall out for the rest of his team, but there's no one coming to help him. He bought a lot of time, but that's all you can really say about that one, unfortunately. They get the tower in top lane? That's kind of weird. But, yeah, gonna lose the inhibitor here. Baron is up, and that's going to be the next objective for Zenigma.
Odds are they're going to get it. I mean, Scrams can always do something with Nocturne to steal it. Very good. He's got a very good way of just getting into that pit to steal it. So, could happen. Yeah, they're actually just going to go for it. They say, screw it. If you want to do a 50-50 on the Baron, we're confident we can get it.
Yeah, Matsuro's got to get in position to ward. There it is over the wall. Scrams is in position, has the ult, into the back. He gets the steal! Scrams
Ooh.
with the Baron steal, but now they have to get away. Ziliak over the wall trying to track down Oath and Matsuro. They're trying to kite back the smite on Matsuro. Ziliak just trying to chase him down, but won't be able to close the gap in time.
Oh my god.
That might stall out the game enough. We'll see if the Baron minions are enough to stall out this push for Zenigma, but there's still 5v4 on the map.
I mean, good job, Scrams. You did your job. That's what we pay you for.
As a sidebar,
And by pay,
we're not
and by
paying him.
pay, I mean, you don't get paid a cent. But
Yeah, I don't have any money. Please
Yeah,
don't. I'm
yeah.
poor. Support the poor. It's me. The poor.
give to charity.
Good hook. Gonna land onto Fuzzy and take down the support right on the doorstep. So a little pick for ROTM. They have 2 minutes to go before this Mountain Dragon. Again, still on Soul Point. If they can ever find a way to secure one of these dragons, they all of a sudden get that little shield, which might be the insurance that they need to turn some of these fights around. But right now, it's going to be a tough ask to go 3,000 gold down into a full 5v5.
Yeah, especially when you have champs on the other team that have such good zone control. The Victor plus the Renata alone is a lot of zone control and a lot of stuff that you have to watch out for. If you get caught by anything between those two, that could spell the end of a team fight right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even counting the Renata ultimate. I'm counting everything else they have, but the Renata ultimate is just, cherry on top of the cake.
Well,
so
tense time again for Harvest. They're not in the same position that they were in last game, where they can backdoor, they can find the cheeky little plays. This is going to have to be a clear team fight win into some objective taking.
Yeah, and they let Zenigma get in there to set up around Dragon first. So they have the advantage around the pit right now, but they're kind of leaving that area to go to bot lane for some reason. I get it. You want to have the minions pushed in bot lane. I understand, but
yeah, they're really trying to shove in and get this set up. Ziliak looking for Lil Saint. He's got the stopwatch immediately just to try to buy a little bit of time. So no engage this time, but nothing really burned that was super important. Just the Chemtech from Ziliak. I might have been pronouncing his name wrong the whole time. No one's corrected me, though, so...
Yeah, no one's corrected you. It's fine. Assume it's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, they just keep walking into a lane, pushing it, and then walking back over to Dragon Pit.
So I think that's technically correct. Like, you get mid lane prio, you get bot lane prio, and then you get a free dragon. Ziliak's going to try to force here in the mid lane. They're onto Saint. Get the pull back in. Top Felios onto him. They pull into the Death Realm. He's got Fuzzy of Targon in with him, so no Renata ult. Duranga just trying to kite back away as best he can, but he's going to get eventually shut down by the Darius. Saint is Berserk, which isn't actually going to help out. Oh, didn't quite get the execute in time to keep Renata alive, but I don't think it really matters because Oath gets torn through. The rest of the map has fallen apart for RTM. Scrams is just doing Dragon. during all of this. Can they
Yeah.
actually save the base at the end of this, though? It's Scrams and Matsuro versus 4. No
I don't think they
Nocturne
save it.
ult, no wave clear really. Matsuro's here. They're looking for it. One Nexus turret's going to go down. The Dustbringer through. They get the hook onto the Volley Bear. They'll get the pull through. There's a lot of damage coming down onto Matsuro. Now he gets stunned up inside the gravity wall, taken down, as you would expect. Now Top Felios walking forward, looking for Scrams. He's not able to get the spell shield, and that's going to be the end of game number 2. Zenigma going to tie it up, and we're going to head to game 3.
All right. Damn. That was definitely a trouncing at the end of that game. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Things were pretty even when we started watching that, but Zenigma slowly just started pulling away. Which, I mean, it's fair. Their team comp. I mean, if we look at all the champions and how much scaling they have, I mean, that's very fair that they were able to pull away. I mean, Zeri and Victor alone, have more scaling than I think probably everyone on Rodham except for Twitch.
Well, I have the draft link for this next game. I'm going to take just a little break. Here's some music. If they start draft, don't worry about it. I'll be back in a second.
All right, deal. All right, looks like the draft has started. I don't see Maris back yet, but I can take over and do my best without him in the meantime. We got the Yumi banned and the Darius banned. Oh, so Darius is finally banned. All right, finally going to take care of that problem. And then we're seeing the Senna ban come out from Zenigma. Oh, along with Kled. Okay, interesting.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was taking control of draft commentary without you here. Oh, and they banned the Victor as well. So they're actually taking care of two massive problems from the previous two games. And the first ban is here.
I like that.
I like that too.
I did not want to see those come through for a third game in a row. It seemed very difficult for them to navigate around those picks.
Yeah, the Victor more so than the Darius, because the Victor did a lot for them in team fights and being able to end team fights. The Darius was, at least in my mind, more of a problem in the laning phase and helped set them up for the team fights later on.
I just realized the Zen in front of Zen Korra's name isn't part of his name. It's their clan. There's Enigma.
Oh, so it's just Korra.
It's just Korra.
That makes sense.
Sometimes you realize these things game 3 rather than at convenient time. But
yeah, it's fine. Zenigma missed a ban. They didn't have a third ban.
They lose a ban because they have a top Pelios only as an E-sub. So.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, they just don't get that ban. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Radam walks in Wukong right away, which is a good pick because Wukong's just broken right now.
Mm-hmm.
So good pick, and he could go top or jungle. So we'll see what they flex him to. Aatrox and Volibear, though. Aatrox, I'm not big on the Aatrox, but maybe Zenigma's top laner is just a good Aatrox player. I don't know. I don't know anything about him.
Last night, the Platinum game, we watched Mason just smash on Aatrox, so I'll be an Aatrox believer, but we'll see what matchup he gets here. If it's the Wukong versus Aatrox, that's not as strong.
So they Rodham very smartly picked the Veigar so that Aatrox and Volibear have a difficult time engaging. And also Veigar is likely going to do Vranga down in the bot lane because he plays Veigar in the bot lane. So
yeah, you have Veigar in the bot lane potentially. You also have... You still have your flexes open. Like, they can't 100% pin this down. This could be Veigar mid. The Seraphine could literally go anywhere. The Wukong's a flex. These 3 picks don't tell us a whole lot about our team's team comp yet.
But I love Seraphine in the AD carry position. I would love to see Devranga play Seraphine. I just don't know if he does.
Yeah. I hate Seraphine, but is a very strong champion right now. There's the Zeri for Zenigma. They're right off the tier list. That's probably the Volibear jungle with the Aatrox top. You could still theoretically flex Aatrox to mid Volibear top. Would be an option if you really wanted to. The Zeri is definitely the AD carry. I don't think I've seen that champion anywhere else. Maybe top Pelios only plays the Zeri top, but...
Corki ban. All right. I mean, I can see that being a ban because if you can't engage on the Veigar because of the cage, I mean, poke them so that you don't have to worry about the cage. I get that. I understand that. That's a good ban. They're banning the Twitch. So they're assuming that Devranga's not playing the Veigar or the Seraphine.
I think that's maybe a little misstep, but also it could happen. Like, I could see that.
Veigar can be flexed between 2 positions, and Seraphine can be flexed between 3.
Yeah, my read right now is Seraphine mid with Veigar AD carry, and we have yet to see the support. But at least from these players, but we'll see where it actually winds up. I'm pretty sure that they can flex a lot of this as well, because they've been very talking up the flexes. Orianna, that's really boring. I hate that. Thank you.
I hope the Vayne gets locked in. I hope this is real.
I don't know who the Vayne player is. I don't think it's real. If it's locked in, I'll be very surprised, because I don't know who the Vayne player is. Malphite. Malphite for Lil Saint. That's a good matchup into Aatrox. And that means that the Wukong's jungle for Scrams. Tristana would be the Duvranga pick, which would mean that they read it correctly with the Ashe and the Tristana ban, or the Ashe and the Twitch bans. Yasuo. Okay.
So
All right.
it's a Veigar Seraphine bot lane?
Yeah. Oath is the Yasuo player.
Okay.
I think Saint plays it as well, but I don't think Oath is the Malphite player. Maybe he is. There could still be some nuance, but for my money, Oath is the Yasuo player of this, which puts Veigar Seraphine bottom lane for Duvanga and Matsuro. Fuzzy's going to round out the composition with Karma. Why not? Sure, fine.
Okay.
That seems good.
Karma's good, so that's a good pick.
Yeah,
especially
the speed boost for Volibear feels really good.
yeah. Plus, she could build the I forget the name of the item, the Putrefier item,
Mhm.
and just one button press gives grievous wounds to her whole team in a team fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, Karma has some advantages. She's just a good enchanter in general, and enchanters are just a good support class right now in general. So I mean, makes perfect sense. I don't care for the Orianna pick. I feel like there were better things you could have picked, but I mean, she's fine, I guess.
That's the way I always feel about Orianna.
I'm not a believer in Aatrox. I don't like that pick, but maybe the guy's really good on Aatrox. I don't know.
So I mean, Topelios had 2 really good games on the Darius, so might be in Saint's head a little bit for game number 3. It looked like he got pretty big leads, so we'll see if that affects the way that this matchup plays out. Because realistically, early on, Aatrox dominates it. Like he can bully Malphite until he gets an armor item, but then once you get your first item as Malphite, all of a sudden you just walk up and clear the minion wave, and Aatrox massages you while you do that, and that's it. That's all you got.
Yeah.
So I'm mostly curious to see if Saint is going to go. We saw him go the Comet build in game number 1, or if he goes Grasp just for a little bit of sustain and trading against the Aatrox. I think that's the interesting decision that Saint has. It's not that interesting, but it is a decision.
I mean, it's something. It's something. I would love. I want to know who's playing Veigar and who's playing Seraphine, because they could just swap that around in the bot lane. Duvranga's probably playing Veigar though, because he likes that champion.
Yeah, I don't think Duvanga has played Seraphine. I don't think that's a.
I mean,
a thing,
I play Seraphine in the bot lane, so like I love her in that role, but I mean, it's okay. She can play support just as well, or mid even.
Yeah.
I like the Malphite with Yasuo. I think that was a smart difference in their draft in this game compared to the first 2 games, because they had Malphite, I believe, in both of the first 2 games, right?
No, just the first one. Last game, Saint was. Oh, this is just mind games. There's no way that they go through the draft like this. God, Saint was not Malphite. That's all I've got. He was Mordekaiser. He was Mordekaiser.
Oh, right. He was Mordekaiser last game. Okay. So I just think it's a smart change from what they did in game number 1 then, because Yasuo gets a really good couple of knockups from his teammates in this team comp, which might be all they need to get some picks off or start a team fight off on the right foot. And then you have Seraphine and Veigar there for massive damage and healing in the back line. So I like their team comp for this game. They still have to worry about a lot from Zenigma. But I think they're going to be able to pull this one out just based on the draft alone. I would edge.
I think this gives it up. Matsuro with the Wukong support here that he's going to lock in at 0 seconds left.
Yeah. You remember that time in the LCS where the bot lane combo that could not be beat was Senna with either a Wukong or a Set? Do you remember that? I miss those days.
All right, we've hit a lot of my triggers here. All right, we hit Pugma. We talked about that one. We've got Seraphine now. My other controversial opinion is put Senna back in the lamp. That champ needs to go back to development. Oh man, I hate her so much. Um, those are my at least popular ones. The other ones are that Nasus and Tryndamere just need reworked and shouldn't be champions, but I don't even know that those are controversial. So
Yeah, I don't
those it
think it's
doesn't
gonna
feel like
happen,
people are
but
50-50 on. People just actually don't like Tryndamere. As they found out once he became popular, people are like, "Oh yeah, that champion is terrible to play against. Why does that exist?"
yeah. Oh, right. He just hits a button to stop himself from dying, and he can hit it even when he's stunned or silenced.
Or knocked up,
Yeah, or knocked
or
up.
suppressed. That's the weird one. I don't understand that, but you
Yeah.
know, yeah, no. Tryndamere fills me with hatred, and I just hate laning against Nasus. I don't think he's like fundamentally a bad champion, but I think get lifesteal as a passive and also um, becoming the strongest champion in the entire game with a Sheen shouldn't exist.
Yep.
So, and people are exploiting that now by playing him support, which, yeah, whatever. I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
just work
do
here.
whatever. It's fine.
Um,
I have two massive triggers in this game. One of which is Draven. I hate Draven. I something about him. I hate that champion. Can't stand him. And then on top of that, any champion that turns invisible makes me want to quit the game. I hate invisible champions.
I'm on the weird end of a lot of people really hate assassins, and I don't have any particular problem with assassins. It's the champions that you can't kill while they're killing you that really bother me. But I feel like assassins all have kind of counterplay. I'll even go laughing to my grave that Yasuo is fine and actually a pretty well designed champion.
This was fine. I just don't like that he gets free double crit for no good reason.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I understand why. It's so that they can enforce a specific curve in a specific like power fantasy with him, because if you didn't have that,
Yeah.
you'd have to buff his numbers so hard and he'd
Yeah.
just be an early game monster, which I don't think they want. They want him to be weak early and kind of exploitable, which actually happens. That's why he goes 0-10 every game, but you know. Anyway, I'm off my champion soapbox. We're a minute away from game number 3. ROTM and Zenigma Infinity tied at 1. Banger games, both of them pretty close. The last one, kind of died with a thud. The first one ended with a Twitch back door. That was more like a Twitch front door, because I guess he just flashed in and went straight over the inhibitor. But regardless,
walked right
he walked right in, but he was invisible and did have to burn flash. So style points like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It was effective regardless. Last game was very close for the longest time, and then just kind of got blown wide open on a couple of successive team fights. Felt like they didn't have an answer for. And now we're here in game number 3, where you have 2 half comps, it feels like, for ROTM. You have the Malphite Wukong Yasuo half, and then you have the Veigar Seraphine half. They work together decently, but you don't have a long-range scale. You don't have a huge amount of wave clear. So we'll see how it all works out. That's my big analysis. I don't know why I'm doing the analysis as play-by-play. I should have made you do it. Cool.
I mean, fine. I don't care. I don't mind. I'm along for the ride regardless.
Oh, he went Shamrock Malphite. That is hideous. Okay.
He did that in game 1 too.
That skin is terrible. It's great. I still love the one where he's just a fucking boat, but Oath has the style points with the Dragon Yasuo. Is he Green Dragon or Purple Dragon? I didn't see. Oh, look at the Skinergy. They're all like kinda pink purpley on the top side.
Yeah.
I take that. Oh, and we're all kinda green except Seraphine, who doesn't have a green anything. I guess Chromas maybe, but anyway, we're on to Summoner's Rift for game number 3. Rodham and Zenigma Infinity. Scrams and Zilliot gonna have a laugh, mate. Jason,
Oh, come on,
gonna
Oriana.
end that one. Oh, the Vi emote. I don't think that's the proper response from Jason. Is Oath really gonna... No, okay.
All right.
Alright. Matsuro also gonna be a jerk, so it's all
Seraphine
fair.
told her to sit down, and she did. So no silly invades are happening. Standard start for both teams.
It's hard, you don't want to
Uh,
throw game number 3 on a invade early.
No, you don't. Neither team is really set up to do an invade either. And I honestly don't know which of these teams has a better level 1.
Yeah, they're not great. Probably the Karma team, because Karma's okay level 1. But like
Ballsy there to go
you
all
could
the way
start
up to
Cage
that.
level 1 as Duranga and then do nothing in lane.
Yeah.
But you could have Cage. And then I don't know what you follow up with, but you have the glimmer of something. Alright, which Yasuo experience will Oath be giving us today? So far it's the get poked out by level 1 experience.
I really want to see that O10 power spike. Come on, Oath.
I don't, because that sounds really stressful as a caster. My voice is already shot for tomorrow. Not that I have anything to do with it tomorrow, but you know, we're doing big things like taking my wife's car to get new brakes. And
Yeah.
big appointment, you know.
Big important things.
Yeah. Fuzzy and Zen. I keep defaulting to Zen. Fuzzy and Korra gonna get level 2 and push Matsuro and Duranga off the wave. This is going to be a little interesting experience, I think, for Duranga and Matsuro, because they've had pretty big advantages in bottom lane in the first 2 games, and it's going to be much harder to get them as Seraphine Veigar.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so much damage at level 1? I didn't realize that the W change was so big at level 1 for Zeri. I bought her skin after seeing the buff. I also wanted this skin, I'll be honest, but Oath is going to have to flash away in mid lane, so good gank from Ziliak. I haven't gotten to play her though, because like who plays normal games anymore? And I haven't rolled her in ARAM.
Zeri's really fun to play. I like her a lot. But mainly that's because you hit Q a lot with her, and that's all I ever did with Ezreal, so like I'm just used to that.
She's one of the few champions I have to go in and change my keybinds for, because I can't hit Q and click for her. I have to go and change it to Smartcast.
Oh, I play Smartcast on every ability on every champion regardless.
Yeah, most people I feel like do. You either do that or you do the Smartcast with indicators. I started back in the day when that wasn't an option, so I just never changed.
Yeah, muscle memory and all that.
Which is why my combos are bad sometimes. Oath is sticking around here in mid lane. There's not really a huge ability to punish him on the Orianna, but he's pretty low and doesn't have his Ignite now, doesn't have that power, just trying to probably collect the wave and hit level 4 before heading back to base. A quiet start from all the yelling that we got to do in the last 2 games.
I'm A-okay with that.
Yeah, Ziliak's gonna work his way into the bottom lane. He'll get spotted on a ward. Ooh, not yet.
I mean, both teams want to do a lot of farming anyway, especially the bot lanes, because Zeri and Veigar are both scalers, so they both just want to farm it out for a while anyway. Mid lane, though, it's Yasuo's got to play this carefully.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That was not playing it carefully. He takes the extra tower shot, and it's first blood for Jason, which... yeah. He had really good games on the... Both Victor games were really strong for him. Seemed like a big threat. Now out to 1-0 on Orianna. We'll see how he's able to navigate that champion. Oath is just standing in. Those minions are actually chanking back a lot of damage on top Helios. He can't really continue that one.
Yeah.
Saint went back to base at one point and bought a tier and a cloth armor.
Yeah.
And Top Helios has not been back, and there's only a 5 CF differential and no teleport usage. Ziliak's going to go in, get a little stun, force the flash out of the Malphite.
That's all right. Good job there, getting out of there alive.
Oath is very aggressive on this. I mean, he's very aggressive always, but specifically on the Yasuo. Oh, doesn't get the cannon minion. that might be a little not worthwhile. Gonna look for the trade kill. One more auto. He does get it. Now level 6 hit. He gets the stun. He gets the knockup. He gets the last breath. That's a double kill for Oath.
Holy okay. Oath.
So
Oath just
the man
showed
has
him how it's done.
the man has played a couple of games of Yasuo in his time, and he shows off some of the mechanics there. Able to extend the fight, get the little chip damage onto Jason, able to finish him off, and then hits level 6 off of the kill experience on Jason. Gets the knockup onto Ziliak with the last breath. That's really nicely played by Oath on the Yasuo.
I can't believe he lived. I'm not as astonished by the kill as I am by the fact that he lived.
Scram's off on a little journey right now. Well, he's on out of there. Oath doesn't have last breath now, trying to dash on in. He's onto Fuzzy, looking for Matsuro now. Has the knockup, the wind wall in place. Where's the knockup going to come? It doesn't really matter. He, again, doesn't have last breath for another couple of seconds, so no one else has ultimates on his team. So they'll back off for now, but Scuttlecrab going to go over to Zenigma. No dragon just yet for Scrams, as he had his little journey moment there and did have to burn Flash in the process.
He went on a magical journey, and Bard was not even here for it.
There have been some really funny moments in this series. I'm just thinking of Saint's little play where he hit the blast cone out. Saint is really eating it up in the top lane right now. That's a big combo from Top Helios. And going to get the World Ender out of Aatrox. Has to go back to base, though, so probably can't be too happy about that. Last breath going to get hit. Jason taken pretty low, has the Shockwave still. The wind wall comes out. One more auto, and Oath finds a solo kill in mid lane.
Wow, what a good play. Yeah, he's played 1 or 2 games of Yasuo. Top lane, though, Saint, yeah, he's struggling, though. The CS difference is 20 right now, which doesn't seem like much right now. But Malphite should be having a better time against Aatrox than this.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got steel caps. He shouldn't be struggling that much to get CS right now at this point.
he just went back and got his steel caps off of that last unfortunate back. You can't take these trades. So that's the issue. He went the non-trade keystone. He went the comet, which means all you do is throw Q and run away. And you can't really fight the Aatrox. Oh my god. He's got ult still to try to turn this one. Yeah, that was a little enterprising there from Top Felios, and Saint's going to find a solo kill.
Good job, Saint. Way to capitalize on your opponent's mistakes, but that's gold in general for you. People will make mistakes.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. Stun gonna land. They have the damage. Oh, the ult wasn't quite enough damage, but he had the rest of it to follow up. So Duranga picks up a kill in the bottom lane. A little too far forward there from Fuzzy. And good that they have enough damage already to punish that one. That was just a good route from Matsuro into the stun from Duranga. So cool to see the kind of reverse of the way you'd think that combo would work. And gonna pay off for him already. Oath now kiting back away. Good flash from Ziliak. Make sure he doesn't get knocked up into the Dragon's Death. Oh, dodges out of the Shockwave. Now Oath kiting back for Scrams. Has the Cyclone immediately onto the Volibear. Ziliak low, taken down. Oath gonna get the little heal from the Triumph proc. In goes the Cyclone again from Scrams. Get a little trade damage onto Jason. They don't really have a whole lot left, but now in comes Matsuro. It's the stun, but do they have the follow-up? The flash forward from the Seraphine. Looking for it, but not quite going to be able to find it. But now in come Korra and Fuzzy. Same thing. It's not the same thing colloquially, but it's the same thing in terms of definition. We won't think too hard about it. Shelly's going to run into the mid lane tower and get Scrams a little bit of extra gold. Yasuo's 4-1.
Yeah, Yasuo's doing much better than I thought he would.
Ooh, and Oath's going to pit stop for the Zeal. He likes to talk about the Zeal versus other builds. So I'm curious about that one. Tapelios. Oh, doesn't get the pull back on the Infernal Chains. That should be Saint just walking away. Hits the cheese wheel just for a little extra move speed, and he's on out.
So
he still can't walk up though, because there's Ziliak.
Yeah,
he's getting zoned pretty hard.
It kind of defies your natural train of thought when it comes to crit items.
Oh, all right. They're going into Ziliak. He gets the smite to heal back up and steal away the blue buff at the same time. That's That's efficient, if nothing else,
So
from Ziliak, and he'll be fine.
Oh, look at those tower plates. Good job, Oath. That's a lot of extra gold in your
Ooh,
pocket.
they get the catch. Do they have the damage? Nope, not quite onto Korra. Uses the cleanse after everything hits him. I don't know that that was necessary, but showing that he does have it.
Yeah. So anyway, I was gonna say about Yasuo here. It kind of defies your typical line of thinking about how crit items work, where you're like, oh yeah, but like you can have crit, but you're not really gonna do damage unless you build damage items, even if you have a higher crit chance. But Yasuo, like you should build a Zeal item first. Um, like Zeal should be one of your very first items you get on him.
Yep, Duranga trading back. He's got Primordial Burst. They need to land like one more ability, and either one of Korra or Fuzzy would be in Primordial Burst range, but not quite able to find it just yet. Matsuro and Duranga still keeping track. No Encore just yet for Matsuro. Still, that's probably 20, 30 seconds. It's a long wait for that ultimate.
Yeah, and Vhagar has 81 stacks on his passive right
Ooh.
now. I just checked.
Yeah, that's pretty good
Oh.
early on, and gonna get a couple more there with the Primordial Burst kill on Korra. This is going pretty well for Harvest so far. Holy shit. Aegis just rated us with 47. Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hey.
to more Guardians League action. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Hopefully your cast went all right. Not going all right for Oath. He gets shut down immediately by Ziliak as the volley bear was there.
Yeah, big shutdown. Deservedly so. Yasuo's been tearing it up in the mid lane here. But now we see here, will Orianna be able to get a tower plate or two? I think Scram's on the Wukong here is going to try to stop her, clear that wave out. Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. So she does get a plate, but that doesn't help her all that much.
Yeah, right now
And
we're on the Oath Duvranga show.
yes,
That little shutdown notwithstanding, Ziliak did pick that one up, but Oath already finished up his Everfrost, makes him that much more dangerous. Now Korra and Fuzzy really can't get into any range for much of anything,
hell,
honestly. It's very difficult to get close to the Vhagar now. RTM going to zip around this pit and look for their first dragon of the game.
and that's just extra insurance too, in case the Aatrox or the Volibear come for a gank. You just throw that Everfrost on them so they can't gank you. You have that and the cage now. You have two different options. They should be able to get this dragon. They're holding everybody off of it pretty easily, so that should be second Drake going over to Rodham right now. Yeah, indeed,
Yeah.
that is exactly what's going to happen. So what is going to be the soul? It is Mountain. Mountain is going to be the soul.
Yeah, Saint's going to burn his teleport to head back to top lane and try to stop this push from top Helios. But might wind up costing him a little bit, because here's Volibear to shut that one off, take down the tower, and now look for the engage. Has the unstoppable force away, but Ziliak still... I don't know if that animation was just weird, or if I'm lagging, or what happened there. The Volibear like started forward. Anyway, Scrams is going forward, hits the Cyclone. Matsuro and Oath are over the wall, so Volibear just delivers himself into the arms of Aphelios, or into... Aphelios on the mine. Into the arms of Yasuo for his 5th kill of the game. And it's 8-2 in favor of ROTM. Baby Cage going to land onto Korra. Primordial Burst used... Oh, the damage! Oh, the last auto isn't quite enough. That little shield from Fuzzy is enough to keep him alive. And Korra
Duvranga, if only
back.
you had thrown out your Everfrost there, maybe it would have killed her while she was inside your cage.
So as many kills ahead as RTM are, that gold lead isn't that big right now.
No,
Zenigma hanging in pretty nicely. They're scaling. They're doing things. I think the big threat right now is top Helios on this Aatrox. If he can find a way to get involved and translate some of his gold lead to other people on the map, this could get a very scary very fast for Return of the Middle Sticks. But for right now, Oath just working his way down on this mid lane tower. Has chipped it down to about 1,000 health. Will eventually be able to break it. And RTM... I don't know if Metzger is really setting up for a play, if this is going to be an encore through Oath, or if this is just trying to shove and get the tower. not really sure what's going on. It's hard to analyze gold games sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Metsuro walks in, gets a dodge on Q1, but not Q2, gets knocked up, has to flash away, and the World Ender again paying dividends for Topelios.
Yep, he's just a good player because we've seen him on the Darius in the first 2 games. He was real good on that, and now we see him on the Aatrox, and he's still good. So they were definitely right to ban the Darius, but he's still got other champs he's just as good with, I guess.
Yep.
This should be theirs.
Second Rift Herald, this isn't really usually a value fight, but in comes ROTM looking for it nonetheless. Saint going to hit one knockup. They'll get the last breath in, looking for Ziliak. I don't know who got the Rift Herald. We'll have to find that out in a second. Ziliak going to get taken down by Scrams. Oath trying to scrap his way out. The exhaust coming down onto Topelios. They're going to get pulled back by the Infernal Chain. Saint still on him. Q's coming through, getting the heal from Seraphine, but Topelios gets the shutdown as he takes down Oath with the 3rd Q of the Darkened Blade. Now getting the heal up from Gore Drinker, but he'll eventually go down to Scrams in this case. Couple of extra kills to ROTM. I'm scared.
So Volibear got the Shelly. He has it in his inventory right now.
So good job by Ziliak to go ahead and secure that one in the midst of all of that mess. We'll see if he can make that work. Oh, that stun. That's so tricky. But Korra able just to backstep away from that one underneath the tower. I'm pretty sure Duvranga has the burst damage right now to just one combo if he wants to. So
I wouldn't be surprised if he could. The Volibear coming down the lane, though, so... Okay, Veigar is backing off there. Devranga's going to recall and probably buy an item here. Looks like they're going to get tower up in top lane to even out the towers, but that only puts them at a 2,000 gold lead. And for having 7 more kills than Zenigma, it's not that much of a gold lead.
Yeah, we'll take all the kills, though. Again, all of the kills for ROTM in the month of June going to charity.
Yes.
For Trevor Project and for the Kansas City Center for Inclusion. Scrams is looking for Topelios only with Lil Saint. This is... well, it was a pretty good fight, but then the Gore Drinker happened. Still burning down. Saint trying to finish this one off. Just has the brutal strikes. Has the cheese wheel. It's not enough damage just yet, even with the Comet. And without that burn from the Red Smite from Scrams, eventually Topelios, I think, wins this. But now Ziliak going to find Oath in the bottom lane. He's trying to kite one back out. Gets the knockup. Trying just to stall. Where's the Q? There's another one. Has the knockup. Gets one onto Fuzzy, and eventually Ziliak able to take him down. He made it interesting. He wasn't particularly close to turning that. Saint is still hanging around. He's not... This is a scary moment up on the top side. I don't think he wins that fight. Again, we're going to drop Sheila down on the bottom side, and Saint is running away on the top side. This is still happening. Q3, Gore Drinker, Topelios eventually finishes that one off, and Sheila crashes through the bot lane tower. So like we saw in game number 2, our team getting out to an early lead, and then Zenigma starts making the plays, clawing back in. They're back to an even gold deficit. This is only dragon number 2 for either side, so it's not super critical for either side at this point to start dragon stacking. And it's hard to see where our TM's plays are going to come from. Oath was out to 5-1, now back to 5-4, the Yasuo yo-yo experience.
Yeah, in full effect.
In full effect.
Still tied in towers after Veigar gets that one. Yeah, this is the most even out of the 3 games they played so far.
Yep, Baby Cage going to land into the double encore. Has to use the stopwatch immediately. Duvranga able to finish off. I didn't think he had the damage for Topelios, but apparently he did. And Jason is able to escape after the stopwatch. But now Ziliak looking for the engage. Finds Matsuro, able to tear on through him. But Saint in, looking for Fuzzy. Scrams dashes in to finish him off. Oath looking for a knockup, just can't quite find it there. Saint flashes forward looking for the cheese wheel, but isn't quite able to find anything. And Zenigma able to successfully disengage. They do lose 2 in exchange for 1, so our team has a little bit of a run of the map. They can walk in on this mid lane tower. Oh, Baby Cage lands onto Ziliak. I don't think that they can really fall that one in. Yeah. They're just going to take this tower.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, they can take a tower that helps them out, puts them at a little bit more of a gold lead here. And they could transition that to Baron if they wanted to, but I think that's pretty risky at this point of the game. So better to not do that. I mean, bot tower is hanging on by a thread, so they could go get that real quick.
Oh, they get the knockup. They've baited Jason just a little bit in. He doesn't have the stopwatch available now, but Oath can't quite finish off that kill. Now dashing on through, finds Fuzzy just scrapping it out with Fuzzy and Topelios. Where's the damage actually coming from, though? Oath can't finish any of them off. Saint is going to fall, and now ROTM has bit off just a little more than they can chew. They didn't have the burst quite enough for Jason, and it gets turned around for 2 more kills for Zenigma. Tower on the bottom side does fall in favor of ROTM, but the push continues for Zenigma Infinity as they walk it on down mid lane, and they'll look for this one.
Yeah, there's nothing that Rodham can really do to stop them from
Oh
getting
no,
this
Matsuro's
tower.
in a bad spot. Has to flash away from the Infernal Chain. Stopelios still chasing him on in, and Zeri zips over the wall. They'll find another kill onto Matsuro. Scrams can't finish anything off. There's just so low health bars. Now Scrams in, gets the knockup, starting to tear through. Finally finishes off Jason. Ziliak and Fuzzy fighting him every step of the way. The shutdown goes to the Aphelios, but Zeri gets taken out by Duvranga. He got outplayed by the button presses of Duvranga at the end of that one. What a mess.
He pressed that R button for that outplay. So, yeah, things are becoming very messy for Rodham at this point. They had a 3,000 gold lead there, and now it's down to 1,000.
Oh, Oath dashes through the minion wave to get the interrupts, gets the knockup, the last breath onto Topelios, has the ignite to try to stall out some of that. Fuzzy just gets caught by a Malphite ult on the other side. The meteor isn't quite enough to finish off Topelios, but Duvranga and Little Saint now... What? This is just ARAM down mid lane. There's no macro, there's no decision making. We just press our buttons at each other and see who gets more damage on the mid lane towers.
Yeah, I keep debating what I'm going to say for any kind of color commentary because I know that if I start a long thought, they're probably going to get in a fight and I can't talk anymore anyway.
Key item. Duvranga finishes up his Rabadon's death cap. He's had it for a second now. Showed it off earlier on to Korra with his big outplay. But he is very scary right now on this figure.
He has exactly 184 stacks on his passive.
Oh, jeez.
So that's a lot of extra ability power.
Yeah, plus this magical hat item gives you 35% extra. Didn't know if you knew that one. So he's sitting at about 500 ability power already. Ziliak gonna face that one. Duvranga trying to limp away from the fight. Korra able to dash on forward, gets the lightning reset, but Oath still kiting on through, has the wind wall back up now. Scrams from the top side, able to rip through with the cyclone. The cheese wheel finishes off that kill. Oath gets the knockup and is able to escape away from top Felios, but the Aatrox is just so strong. They have no way to really deal and combat the Aatrox in these fights, and Zenigma continues to push on through. Scrams a little cheeky maneuver there, but the double heal for top Felios will feel pretty good. And Scrams doesn't have any wave clear on the Wukong, so he really can't walk up into the Aatrox. That means Jason and Fuzzy get to wail away on this tower, and the ARAM flips back over temporarily to Zenigma, but they haven't been able to go back, and now Oath and Little Saint have rejoined the fray.
Oh, man. Yeah, gold is basically even now after all of that chaos that we just saw. And Dragon is coming up here in 35 seconds or so. So that could be where we see another fight, like, immediately here. And if I were Rodham, you got to think about taking this fight a little bit more carefully than you've taken the past couple because of that Aatrox. Just that Aatrox is scary enough. And he's such a good frontline member for them because you can use his abilities to get on your back line if you're not careful.
Yeah, and normally your big Aatrox oh, well, not going to get to talk about that. Saint gets a big knock-up onto Jason and Ziliak. They'll get the last breath in. Yasuo just trying to kite and dance around the edges of the fight. They're able to take down Orianna to start out with. They finish off top Felios on the other side. They lose Oath, but now can the re-engage happen? Ziliak forcing his way forward. Big snare from Matsuro as they're trying to trade back, but the Cyclone is still available. Just tearing through Korra, but he still has the Lightning Rush, trying to zip in, zip out, do the damage that he can. In comes Scrams, gets the knock-up with the second part of the Cyclone. Does he have another dash to try to get in? Little Saint is here for the cheese wheel kill, potentially. Gets a little shield stolen. He's so fast, but now Korra really doesn't have anywhere left to go, zips over the wall, and will eventually be tracked down by ROTM and taken down by Scrams. Dragons should go their way, and ROTM, what a bloodbath of a game. It's 20-13 at 25 minutes. They'll look for their second dragon of the game.
Yeah, I love the we don't
We
care
don't
about Dragon. We're just
we
gonna
don't
chase
stop.
this Jerry
Jason
down.
teleports into mid lane to bring in the volley bear. In goes Saint with his second ultimate in as many minutes. They'll get the double knockup. They're just gonna leave Saint to die in exchange for the dragon. These teams are great. I love this. They're still looking for it. Uh, Ziliak looking for it. The Infernal Chain's going to pull Matsuro back in, but Scrams is here. They're turning on to top Philios. They'll get the one trade. The Shockwave not doing a whole lot, but now Oath is able to rejoin with Scrams. Eats a big combo from Jason. Still trying to dash on through. Has a little bit of healing. Does he have the knockups? He eventually finishes off the Karma and escapes out the other side, but one more auto from Jason finishes him off. Scrams has the red buff ticking away onto Jason. They'll eventually take down Jason K-Boy 23 as he burns to the red buff, and Scrams and Duvraga come out victorious. Now we can run it down bot lane temporarily. What a fucking mess, Scatter.
Zeri, I thought for a second Zeri might show up bot lane to keep the mess going. She chose not to, wisely. And they're finally going to recall buy some items. Should we see a full Void Staff being finished by Veigar? No, he did not have the money to finish the Void Staff.
Well, Oath is very close to his power spike now. He's item completion away from his Infinity Edge, so...
And almost at those 10 deaths. Yep, almost there.
And his 7 deaths. Jesus.
Almost at that big 10 death power spike.
Sometimes you die almost half of your team's deaths, and it's still okay because you're Yasuo.
Because you're Yasuo, you got to hit that 10 deaths. Yeah, good job, though, for the Veigar. I mean, it's not so much that the team is focused on protecting Veigar and peeling for him. It's the fact that Duvranga's just done such a good job with his positioning and the way that he's been fighting in these fights with Veigar that he's only had 1 death so far.
I really want to highlight Scrams. Scrams not normally the guy that pops off. 8-1 and 4 on the Wukong, and he's been instrumental in a lot of these fights.
Oh, yeah.
Ziliak trying to find the pick, gonna get the stun. Duvranga does get a little bit of peel for him as the Seraphine ult comes over the wall. They're trying just to chunk through the Volley Bear first. Saint playing a little bit of linebacker here as they escort Matsuro out. The Cyclone just to help deter. Don't have Oath just yet, as he's just fresh off of a respawn. Now, a lot of ultimates burned. Actually, all of them on the side of Zenigma, and you still have a lot of the key ones, actually. You still have the Unstoppable Force, you still have the Last Breath, and you still have Primordial Burst. So you can kill 1 or 2 people with those. Just those. You don't really need the rest of the abilities to go with them. And our team's going to start up Baron because of it. They got spotted on a ward, though, and I believe Duvranga's in full view right now on this ward, and it didn't get swept by Matsuro. It's not going to matter, though, because it'll go down. Scrams with a good smite. Oh, the double knockup! They're going in. That was the reverse of how that combo normally goes. Oath gets the knockup and then the follow-up from Little Saint. They'll find Jason after the stasis wears off. Tapelio's forced to flee, and our team gets a pick after the Baron.
So for Rodham this game, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little weeby for a second, but maybe chat will love it. It's almost like they decided to do things like Dragon Ball Z, and they all took off their weighted training clothes for this 3rd game.
Yeah, Tapelio's getting taken pretty low. Oath keeps fighting these knockups. He's got no regard for his own safety, but he's finding the plays. Tapelios gets chunked out by another meteor from Duvranga, but they can continue pushing on. They've forced him off of the tower, and that's going to be all that they really need to take down this one. Scrams dashes on forward. They're looking for the inhibitor as well, and they should have it with no issue. ROTM mid lane inhibitor down at 29 minutes, 25 kills on the board. They're feeling pretty good. They'll take away this blue side jungle.
They can transition down to bot lane and get the next tower too if they're feeling frisky. Don't know if they will, though. They might just take the jungle camps and leave.
I think it's interesting. Tapelios feels threatened enough by the Veigar that he's opted for a Spirit Visage as his 3rd item.
I
normally you'd see a Maw in that slot, I think. Might be a little bit stronger for him, but he's going to get charmed up, taken down. That's a good pick to start out. They're trying to escort Duvranga away from Ziliak, and they have enough damage. Matsuro actually just flops that one down. He's got a Leandry's finished up. Why not? Scrams is taking up tower, but it doesn't really matter at this point. They'll work their way in through bottom. Oh, a huge shockwave, but it's just not enough damage to finish off any of those kills.
Good attempt by the Orianna. Very nice knock up there.
Yeah, if he had his Rabadons finished up, I think that's 2 kills immediately. As it stands, it's enough to make sure that Oath goes back to base for now, and they have to burn a little bit of Seraphine healing.
Yeah, and I mean the Aatrox, I don't blame him for buying the Spirit Visage, but I mean if you want to keep being the attacker and the big threat, I mean Maw would have worked too.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think Maw's just a better defensive item right now than Spirit Visage. I get wanting the extra healing, but
yeah,
um, like Oath already has heal debuff. Uh, and Matsuro's gonna
yeah,
finish his up before too long, I'm sure.
yeah, and I mean Vagar does have the Void Staff, so any magic resist you build isn't going to help you as much as it normally would. So I mean the at least the Maw gives you a shield
Mhm.
instead of just being general magic resist.
Plus, that's like the Exodia build at this point, right? Gore Drinker
Yeah,
plus Death's Dance plus Maw. Like, why would you build anything else on any champion?
yeah, basically. That's essentially it.
What is this from Korra? What is this Hearthbound axe for? Is this Wit's End?
It might be.
Is that an item you can build on Zeri?
Well, I wouldn't. If she didn't have the shield bow, I would have thought Trinity Force, but that's
Yeah.
definitely not what she's going for.
Well, and like crit is the way.
It
There's
is.
no way around that, and you really want Infinity Edge early because you get the extra crit bonus on your W. But
Yeah, I'm a little perplexed.
I don't know what this like. That's a Wit's End, right? It's Hearthbound Axe plus no magic plus the bow.
Yeah.
Topelios looking for the engage. Look at the big charm. That's actually a nice little stall from Matsuro. Into the cage, and they'll get the knockups from Oath. Immediately, Fuzzy's taken down. Now Oath onto the backside, but we need to watch the front as Korra goes melee range onto the rest of ROTM. I don't know that was the choice. Oath gets the big double knockup. ROTM running on through. It's a double kill for Matsuro because why not? He's got 5 kills now. Jason, the last one left alive. The flash away for Zenigma. And gonna eat cheese wheel after cheese wheel, and Jason's lactose intolerant. No, he's actually fine so far. That was a funny joke, but it's not gonna pan out. Unlucky.
I liked it.
Nexus turrets are falling. ROTM. Oh, that burn? Not quite enough. Okay. I want the kill for charity. Go in for me, Oath. Oh, he didn't hit it. All right. It's a 2-1
Still,
win for.
still really good series, really entertaining series. And Rodham, I mean, just decided picking an amazing comp for them in the third game here. Scrams on the Wukong, give him like the most overpowered jungler in the game right now. Why not? On top of that, you're gonna also pick Seraphine, who's also just really good right now. Give it to the support Matsuro, and then give Duvranga Vagar, which is one of his signature champions in the bot lane. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you do that for game 3? Of course, do it. And then you get a good combo with Malphite and Yasuo for top and mid lane. Their draft was just really, really good for this third game.
Yeah.
And they played it exactly how they were supposed to play it. I can't even count the number of times that Vagar's baby cage caught Aatrox when he was trying to dash out of it. I can't even count how many times they made that happen.
Yeah, big fan of that. Big fan of what happened tonight. That's a 2-0 week for our Guardians League teams. Dread improves to 2-0. Harvest improves to 1-1. Shout out to GM Oogway for the follow. Thanks to Aegis for giving us the raid. I'm going to send you guys on to Aikedo. He's our Legends of Runeterra streamer. Professional player affiliated vaguely with Return of the Middle Sticks. So go say hi to him, watch some cards, relax before you go to bed. Thank you guys, and we'll see you for the next cast. It's Monday night. We've got the Masters team back here at the exact same time. This Harvest team minus Oath plus Death Lotus is going to be playing their MSL playoff game. So we'll have to have the double monitors up for that one, but you won't want to miss either of those. And we'll see you guys next week. Much love. Thanks, Scatter, by the way. I haven't thanked you yet. Appreciate you coming.
Oh, yeah. No, I had a great time. Thanks for having me. And I maybe I'll do this again. Who knows? I guess we'll see how the season pans out here for me.
Yeah. Go watch some cards. Have a good time. Bye.
Bye.